Because first of all, Michael is. I mean, what's his halfling's name?
Oh, Lambert.
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 Yeah, Lambert is on the run, so that's
Yeah.
the first thing.
He's on a murdering spree now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he only killed a single bartender, and the bartender was an asshole, but probably not a good thing. Not a good thing. And
I have an excuse. Well, I don't know about it, but I have an excuse for it if needs be.
no, of course, you have an excuse for everything, but you know what they say, Sean. At some point, you need to take responsibility and stop using excuses in life.
Yes. I learned
Um,
that.
Sure, Gustav would believe it
from
if somebody told
president.
him.
sorry, what was that, Brand?
I said, I'm not sure if somebody said Lambert killed a guy, I'm not sure like Gustav would believe it.
Yeah. Well, there were no witnesses, first of all, so you know that's that's the thing, right?
Oh, I thought there were some drunks in there that ran out when he.
They ran out, but they ran out before he shanked him, I think. So they saw him attacking the guys, and probably firing the pistol. That's a big deal, right? And everyone probably also heard the pistol discharge because it's loud, and not too many people shoot pistols in Bögenhafen. It's not a U.S. city, am I right? Wink.
Ouch.
Ouch. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. That's a low blow. I'm of course kidding. But you know, not to sit on my high horse. I don't know if you guys heard what happened in Warsaw like 2 days ago on the grounds of Warsaw University. Well, a guy came, a student of, by the way, a law student, so you know, pretty prestigious. He visited with an axe, and he killed a woman with an axe, and various conflicting reports say that later he started eating her. Yeah. He also, I think, almost fatally wounded a guard who was trying to stab him. He's now, of course, in custody. Like, he was high on fentanyl, I believe.
Yeah.
Like super high, but you know, it's yeah.
It sounds like drugs are a mental breakdown. That doesn't sound like he had an agenda.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean he had lots of alt-right websites liked and you know followed on Instagram and Facebook, like lots of Andrew Tate shit stuff as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
And yeah, so because of course immediately like people here started saying that he's a Ukrainian, he's a guy from Ukraine, you know, they're all like that, but then people checked and he was he was from here.
Yeah, well, that's how it always works. It's like, oh, it's some kind of foreigner. Like,
Yeah.
nope,
Nope.
nope. He's a rich white guy.
Yeah, it's very rich because
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in the States, but in Poland, if you want to study law, you pay a shit ton for the books alone.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's that. I mean, it is a career path for richer people.
Yeah.
But also with the crazy student loan system we have here, you just have people paying for their law degree for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Poor people could do it here, but it is like it's probably harder than being a doctor for a poor person to be a lawyer. I think like just the grind, like they don't have lives for 20 years before they start getting paid. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same here. You need to get the application, then you need to get other things.
Well, I mean, the real thing is becoming partner.
You've got to
Once you
put
become
something
partner,
to the
then you know,
Well,
and but apparently you have to
Chciałbym,
buy
żeby- dziękuję.
into that. So, like,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So that's that's that. Okay, I think we can start. Let's start with experience points. Gustav, what are you buying?
Can I get disguise and lip reading?
Do you have points for both?
Yeah, I have 220.
Yeah, I think so. Sure. And Johannes, you're still landlocked.
Well, so this is where I have common knowledge any two.
Well, then you can choose any two.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's where I've been kind of stuck in. So
Well, then you could have told me before. I would tell you that you can buy any two common knowledges. It's like as long as it's in the spirit of the character, there's no problem.
Right.
You know.
I think we at one point we discussed like common knowledge innkeeping or something like that.
Yeah,
Or
common knowledge
Alright.
in keeping. Sure, it's actually useful. You know, the rituals, the customs. You know, of people frequenting taverns and running taverns and inns. So, of course, yeah.
All right. I'll do. Oh, why is it being weird?
So that's one thing
all right,
for
so,
100.
and then now it's kind of a little metagaming, but common knowledge law.
No, yeah, I was thinking that you'd probably choose that, but honestly,
Yeah.
it's not even
Yeah.
because of the situation. I don't think that Johannes showed any interest in law during his games.
No, not yet. But now he's very
Now,
interested.
sure, and you know, when next we have a downtime, then of course you'll be able to grab that. Remember, common knowledge law is not law per se. So
Right, I know.
you wouldn't probably even be able to use it against a trained lawyer at the court. I mean, you could try, but he would almost certainly just, well, beat you without any problems, right?
Yeah.
But we can say that if you survive this, of course, you can start, for example, reading books about law and getting interested in that. Sure, but it takes time. It takes time. It takes trips to library. Perhaps it even requires you to purchase the services of a lawyer to teach you stuff, because this, let's be honest, this is very difficult, especially in those times.
Right.
Yeah.
Would
Common knowledge prison culture. just kidding.
There you go.
You know how to use your prison wallet.
Yes. I was thinking. So would I be able to do like common knowledge?
Rakeland, I think you already have, I believe.
Well, yeah. Call it. Well, I have common knowledge empire, right? Or is that?
You can have provincial knowledge. If
Okay.
you wish, you can have provincial knowledge.
I don't believe I have that, so I'll take common knowledge Reichland.
Yeah. So now, when you're going to roll, for example, common knowledge empire, and you're in Rakeland, I can give you plus 10% from common knowledge Rakeland, or I can just ask you to roll on common knowledge Rakeland when it comes to more specific things.
Okay.
Raklander customs, stuff like that.
I think. Oops, not 220, but 200. Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know, but I think that's what I need.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so who's making notes today? Like, they're
This
not
is my
going.
third time today.
Third time, okay. Your third time, nice. Right. So last time. Sorry, what, Brian?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, it was. What the fuck? Oh, I see what's happening. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Okay, I'll leave it for later. All right. So last time.
No, I'm not going to use the 1920s voice. But last time in Bögenhafen, things went definitely sideways. You wanted to tail one very important person named Heinrich Steinhager, if I recall correctly. Yes, Steinhager.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Johannes got a case of slight fever, and it made him rather unstable. He started insulting Steinhager's valet, I believe that's the word, or the door guard, the doorman. Things escalated quickly. Johannes was apprehended by Steinhager's mercenaries, or rather, like house guards. Your money was taken, 90 gold crowns. Also, your very nice silver dagger, or best quality dagger. I believe it was even from the times of you fighting the necromancer.
Yes, that it was given to me by Johann Staller.
Yeah. or from the times of fighting Ralph Hebert, the necromancer, so many months ago. And after that, you decided to split up, and Johannes, you went on a kind of a pre-vendetta trip to try and ask about Steinhager's goons, to learn their names and to discover like which establishments they frequent. They had all those very like stupid auto-generated names that I that I took from an auto-generator. Actually, the generator itself is pretty funny, but I remember that those guys they had those really silly names. I think one of them was even named Poland. Oh yeah, it's
Rigoberto Poland.
Yeah, Rigoberto Poland, and they frequented places like. No, sorry, it was Notkel Kurschman, Gottschalk Kestenbaum, Rigoberto Poland, and they frequented places like the Proud Gang Tavern, the Chubby Halbert, and Ye Oder Rhododendron Inn. Oh, and the Magical Egg and the Lame Tulip as well.
Yes.
Also, although
I think we changed it to the Limp Tulip.
The Limp Tulip, yeah, the Limp Tulip, yeah, it fits because I think it's a bordello, so it fits. Meanwhile, Gustav, you decided to return to the inn, if I recall correctly, right?
And I heard them on the inside talking about apprehending us.
Yes,
and I tried to back up, and they swarmed me.
Yeah, you heard them because they've already tried to capture Lambert, but he apparently managed to escape. You don't know why they want to capture you, but yes, the city's the town guards, they definitely wanted all three of you, in custody over some kind of a crime. You have no idea which. Probably that. I mean, it didn't make sense that it was for the for this whole deal with Steinhager, because not enough time has passed. And I mean, Steinhager's men already like dispense their own crooked brand of justice, right? Justice, yeah. But long story short, Johannes and Gustav, you were chased multiple times through Bögenhafen by the town watch, and eventually, unfortunately, you got caught. Both you, Gustav, and you, Johannes, you were brought to one of the guardhouses. There are two guardhouses. Fort Blackfire, guard barracks on the other shore. It's here. Of course, you were never here, fortunately.
Yeah.
The other one is here. It's called Main Guard Barracks, and true to the name, these are the Main Guard Barracks. Very close to the.
That's where we are.
Yes, you are currently right here. You are sitting in a single cell. I mean, both of you. The place is cramped. There are no beds here per se. It's just there are like two piles of slightly rotting hay. There's a very small barred window. It's like you're in a basement and the window is slightly higher. It's like this kind of windows, right? So if you want to get a clear look through the bars, you need to either stand on your toes or even maybe pull yourself up while holding the very thick and very sturdy bars. There are two wooden bowls that are currently empty. They are probably used for food. And there are also two larger wooden bowls filled with slightly brackish and very nasty looking water. The water doesn't smell too good. It's like it was standing for far too long. There's even this thin like layer of what's the word? I know it's Polish, but like when the water has this metallic layer on it. You know what I mean? Probably. Yeah.
Well, you could say. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on what it's made out of, but it could be a sheen.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
scum.
It's like this strange kind of scum that produces this strange kind of sheen. It's definitely not appetizing. Also, all of your things were taken away except for your clothing and your shoes. You have you have that on you with no problem. There's no guard outside. The corridor that your cell is located in is rather long. It's of course located under the barracks, and there are also other cells with other people inside. You can hear drunks vomiting loudly. You can hear some probably slightly unstable person, yelling and screaming that the walls are closing in about them, around them. Sorry. There's a man. There are only men here, by the way, no women. There's a man singing some very raunchy song, very vulgar song about Bögenhafen's town council and what they are doing to each other. Right on the main square. It's very vulgar. I'm not, of course, going to even give you any samples. You can imagine them yourselves. You are definitely out of your element. Maybe not you, Gustav, given your background, but you, Hannes, this is a very unpleasant, situation that you found yourself in. What are you doing? If you guys want to RP a bit, maybe talk to each other, maybe formulate a plan, now is the time. If not, then tell me and we'll move forward slightly.
I whisper to Gustav, look, it's like, if they're really trying to pin this stupid necklace theft on us again,
sorry, just thank you for reminding me. I forgot completely. Not only theft, but also murder. That's the thing.
Yeah, murder of the coach.
Of the coachman, yeah. Go ahead.
The one that died.
Yeah. He lived. That's the thing. He lived.
Oh.
He was murdered later. Because you saved him. You managed to save the man. The guy apparently was found dead, and the guards think that you have something to do with that.
Okay. Because I thought they were because there were two guys. One was the driver who we saved, and the other was the guy. I don't know what his role was, but he was killed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So. Okay. Well, still. So I say to him, is like, this makes absolutely no sense. And I think we have in our favor. The things that we did, following finding Elise, the fact that that we've been involved in stopping crime in the capital of our nation, and
we're not supposed to talk about that though. Like that practically never happened.
Well, no. So yeah, it never happened. What did happen was that we stopped the outbreak of Crimson Shade. That happened.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. I mean, the other stuff. I'm still willing to bring up. So my point is that I feel like we have all these people that can vouch for us in our back pocket that are like big muckamucks. So we've got the Templars, we've got the Gold College, we've got the Jade College. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need to hire a solicitor. I'm not even sure how to do that from the cell, but when I was in Marienburg when I was a kid, I got in trouble. The guy who would become my adopted father hired a solicitor. Handled everything. I didn't know what was said behind closed doors, but these people speak a different language, and the truth doesn't matter to them.
Well, that's just it. I believe I know my rights as a citizen of the Empire, and if it comes to it, I will ask for trial by combat.
And who's?
Well, my hope is that I can contact Yasarlin Thundercoat.
You have a lot of faith in the law here. My experience.
No, I have zero faith in the law here. I have faith in myself, and I have faith in the Empire. But the law here, not so much. But so that's just it. I don't know what what sort of trial they are going, if they're trumping up charges against us, I feel like they're probably going to have a sham trial, and I'm going to do what I can to try to get resources from Altdorf to come down here to our defense. But we also have resources in the form of Elysee here in town, plus the Temple of Bögenhafen, I don't see how they what sort of proof they can come up with. Obviously we have to prove that we're innocent, but I feel like I have enough. Just let me do the talking. I think I got this.
Agreed. You handle this end, and I'll handle a plan B.
Mm-hmm. Look over there.
It's a very good plan B.
Is that is that Sigmar returning? Is that the Emperor on his griffin?
Yeah.
I start doing this like deep chest, like not a cough necessarily, but like I'm gonna start acting like I'm getting really sick here.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were doing woosah.
Okay, sure. You are coughing, of course.
Not too much all at once. Like I'm gonna build it up. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wait a second.
Out of character, I want to say like so. If Johannes is doing most of the talking, I'm observing, I guess. So like if a guard walks past and walks behind a closed door, I want to try and count how many steps I could hear him taking behind a closed door and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or if they say names of guards or who their boss is, I'm going to take note of stuff like that.
So has it been a while? Since the guards last came to us?
This whole thing probably happens within the first hour of your stay here, of your imprisonment. No one has come to see you yet. I mean, you can't really see the entire corridor because there's a solid door, built into the wall. It's not like those cells that only have bars. The cells are actually covered by a stone wall with the door built into them. The door, of course, they have those very small like door built into them for receiving food, for bringing food, drink, stuff like that. And they have indeed a small barred window through which the guards can see you and maybe even poke you with long sticks or stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you. So it's not like open bars. We can't really see out that well unless we're right up against the door.
Yeah. You can of course glue your face to this small barred window, but you really only see in less than probably 45 degrees angle. And that's sadly that's it. Yeah.
Can you give me a lift so I could see out this back window?
How tall are you?
Try.
How tall are you, Gustav?
I'm actually pretty tall, I think.
Then you
I'm over
won't-
6 feet.
Then you won't really need the lift, probably.
Okay. Can I see what we're facing in the city?
Yeah, you can, because it's still. I mean, it's probably getting slightly darker right now, but what you are seeing is you can see on the map. I'm going to ping it. Is this wall almost certainly? So you see a very.
So our cell is facing that wall.
Yeah, you see a very narrow, like back alley behind this large stone, imposing building, and then there's the high town wall. You only hear maybe some rats scurrying down the alley, or maybe some cats. You have no idea. You don't think that there are any people here. You don't hear them, at least. So yeah.
And that wall's probably not scalable.
Well, you don't have you don't really know because you can't even see the entirety of the wall from here. And yeah, the wall is very high. You can tell that, and it would be very hard to scale without proper equipment and without proper training. So
On the map, I see there's a gate nearby, but I would not see that from where I'm at now.
let me.
But I've seen that coming in.
Yeah, when you were coming in, because you were coming in like here and then maybe here and here. Then of course, then you saw the postern gate. But it's some distance
Okay.
from where you are right now. And the gate was, by the way, I mean the gate was open, of course, because it's like still the day, so you know.
The nearest way out of the city is the south gate, I think, Johannes.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
seem to be facing southeast. I'm looking at a wall. It's huge. Like I can't even see all of it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't see how we're getting out of here unless someone comes and opens the door anyway. So.
Right, but if an opportunity presents itself, we need to have an idea of which way we're running.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm doing is trying to take note of things like that.
Well,
Orient myself.
I feel like my days of running are over. I should not have run in the first place, but you know that's part of our argument too. Is we've already been unlawfully detained in this town once, and so how do I know that this isn't the same thing? But anyway.
Do you think it's anybody that had dealings with the halflings that is pulling the strings on this, or is this something totally different?
Well, I can't say who specifically is doing this. I think what's happening. I whisper this because I don't want to be too loud. I think these are definitely the actions of the halfling that somebody's trying to pin on us. But it could be also that these actions they're trying to pin on the halflings. Quite frankly, to get the halflings kicked out. But either way, I can't tell you. It's anybody's guess who it is. I mean, you know, so far the only person that has really actively messed with us is the Hagen family.
Yeah, we don't really have any answers. We just know
No,
that it's all
we
being
don't.
dumped on us.
Well, we do know this though. We do know that the Hagens are worried about somebody making a power play because you know the balance of the council is very slim, right? So it sounds like we're in the middle of somebody trying to gain advantage to push through laws in the council. Hagen is obviously worried about it because that's why they abducted us. I'm assuming that at least Gosbert Rugbroder, maybe not Hieronymus, his father, is worried about it, and that's why he's making a play for the Stevedore Union, so that he'll have, you know, yet another, or not union, guild, in his pocket, or a vote, or just for more muscle, since they already have, since they're already aligned with the Teamsters. But you know that might rub somebody else the wrong way, obviously, and I guess we never learned what guilds the Steinhagers may be involved with. Are they involved with the Steamers? Did we find that out? I don't remember.
One more time, please. Can you repeat?
I think we learned that the Rugbroders have a relationship with the Teamsters Guild, and that Gosbert Rugbroder was doing some kind of shady dealings with the Stevedore Guild.
You don't think that the Teamsters know? No. if the Teamsters would
No,
learn...
I know the Teamsters don't know, but so my question. So I mean, the well, I don't think his father knows. I don't think the Teamsters know, and my question was, I don't know if I'm making this up or if I recall correctly that the Steinhagers usually align with the stevedores, or if that's just me making shit up.
Steinhagers with stevedores. Let me quickly check, because you've passed all the necessary tests, so...
Lambert's got the affidavit about that, right?
Yes, Steinhagers maintain good relations with both the Stevedores Guild and the Teamsters Guild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, there's a little bit of a chance here for us to play the three houses off of each other, and also get the other members of the council pissed off.
Lambert's got the affidavit though, and he's likely
Yeah.
several towns away. But
yeah, we hope. Yes, but the point is that we have the knowledge. So yeah, the affidavit would be better, but we have the knowledge and we can plant that seed if necessary. So that's why I want to keep it to as few people talking as possible to the court, because I want to wait and see what they bring out before we start just saying, oh yeah, and this.
So, do you want to start shouting down the hall that we need to hire a solicitor, or should I?
No. Because my shouting in people's faces went so well the last time, I am going to wait a little while longer to see when they come to deliver stuff to us. And right now, what I want to do is I want to try to see if I can get. Is there a door directly across from ours that I can try to get the attention of the person in the cell across the way?
Yeah, but I need to roll one thing if there is a person in that cell. So I'm going to roll a d10, 1, 5, there is someone in the cell in front. 6, you are out of luck, unfortunately. If you try to,
nobody.
Because you don't know that, you probably just get to the door, to the small window and yell, hey, you there. But no one answers you.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
immediately someone says from a cell nearby, shut the fuck up!
Yes.
Be quiet, even though everyone is shouting here. Yeah.
Say, such manners, and I'll just go back and say I think we need to wait right now, because I think I wanna do this in such a way that I don't antagonize any more people than I have to.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up against the door, like right up against the barred window, and just listen and watch until something happens, I guess.
You mean the window coming out, or out of the building, or into the corridor?
Into the corridor.
Okay, into the corridor.
I want to see how guards move, and
okay.
if there's a lot of prisoners one way and not the other,
Okay.
He's trying to sonically map the jail. Like a bat.
Okay. Let me quickly check one thing. Sorry, but I need to...
I basically just want to sit and make perception rolls until I'm blue in the face.
Okay. Anyway, that's not important right now. You just wait. You just wait for things to happen. And eventually they do happen. After like another 20 minutes, so like an hour and 20 minutes total. And of course I'm telling hour 20 minutes for players, you don't have watches or anything like that, but a little over an hour, you hear heavy footsteps coming down the corridor. the characteristic footsteps. Gustav, you would probably know that best, of a very confident, watchman or a guardsman who knows that he's completely in his element, that he has control, stuff like that. He comes and he does this thing like in the movies they sometimes take the club and and drive the club over iron grating, right? Iron bars. This very characteristic sound, and you can hear him scream, shouting, "Quiet, quiet, you lot! No, don't let me come into your cells and teach you some manners." And of course, most of those guys here, people here, they either shout obscenities back at him, or just laugh, or or say, "Yeah, we would love to see you try, a copper," stuff like that. Eventually, he stops right next to your cell, or actually in front of your cell. You can see him through the very small window. He has this white face, pockmarked with old scars. He has piggish eyes, a skull cap, and says, "You lot, yeah, I have some good news for you. Your process will begin shortly. Your trial will process in Polish. Your trial will begin shortly."
Thank you, my hair. When will we be allowed to summon our solicitor?
When you be transported to the town courts, you either be able to hire someone, or if you don't have the coin, then the town will provide someone for you.
Yeah.
Scum, and he adds, your
Thank
your first meal will be given to you in a couple of hours. Behave yourselves, or I'll be forced to enter the cell. And with that, he smacked the clap on the door very hard. You can hear wood connecting with wood, and yeah, that's not a very.
By our friends, we will not give you any trouble, sir.
You better not, he says. And wait a second. I'm going to actually roll for him. Let's see. No, unfortunately, he completely ignores their coughing. So you're like, but he doesn't just.
It's the lover's pox.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. And also, other people in the cells, they either don't care, or they didn't notice that you are coughing as well. So after some time, Gustav, you can't really do this anymore, because it really screws with your throat, and it makes you very thirsty. Unfortunately, you look at the water. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So tell me, do you? You probably also wait for some time. Eventually, another 2 hours. Someone approaches the door. Oh, by the way, just if you are curious, for all your bodily functions, there's a single bucket. It's already half full, by the way. And of course, this is used for for number 2. If you want number 1, then with some horror you realize that you probably just need to piss on the walls, or on the hay. So there's that. After like 2 additional 2 hours, someone arrived at your door. You hear a different voice, food, and this very small door within the door. Door within door opens, and a hand. It's like the hand doesn't go inside, but it passes through this wooden tray. On the wooden tray, you see 2 small bowls and less than half a loaf of bread. Who takes the food?
I'll take it if I'm
Sure.
right there.
You take the food, you put it on the ground, probably. You can see that, well, the bread is very stale. It's, of course, dark bread, not very appetizing. Inside the bowls, you see some kind of of vegetable stew that doesn't really smell too good. It's probably mostly made of cabbage and onions. It's overcooked, so it has this consistency of of diarrhea. Let's be honest. That said, you are getting hungry. And there's no clear water here, by the way. Just.
I think we need to keep up our strength, Gustav. We'll just have to hold our nose and eat this stuff.
Yeah, I'll split the bread with you at least.
Yeah, you split the bread. The bread is the best part of the meal because even though it's stale, at least it's not moldy. Fortunately, it's slightly hard on your teeth, but whatever. The stew that you are forced to eat with your fingers, because obviously they wouldn't give you any any eating utensils, because you could make a shiv with them.
Stab you with a wooden spoon.
Yeah, a wooden spoon, exactly. Cover with the handle with a duct tape, and like in Breaking Bad, and kill someone. No, I mean you could probably even use it to maybe try and escape. So you are eating with your fingers, and do you drink the water?
No.
Okay, so you don't drink the water at all during your stay here?
I'm gonna try not to drink the water personally.
Okay.
What I know through academic knowledge, science, to take like a piece of cloth, dip it in the water, and wring it out into...
it's not academic knowledge science. You would need to roll survival for that. Honestly.
Okay.
Outdoor survival. That's more... Or, you know what? Tell you what. You can roll me academic knowledge science minus 20% if you want. However, if you botch, you'll be sure that the water is drinkable.
Okay. Minus 20, you said?
Yeah. No. You can you can roll that if you want, of course.
We
I
need
would
to
save
stay.
it. Yeah, I think we need all our luck rolls for the trial.
Okay, yeah, true that.
Yeah. So no,
I'll be part.
Yeah, you have a feeling that probably drinking this water is not a very wise thing to do, and you have no way to clean it, to even boil it again, so that it would probably be safe to drink. So you just don't drink it. What this means is that more hours pass. Eventually, it gets dark outside. It also gets very cold here. There's no source of heat, and there's no isolation. Remember, you are in a stone. Within the walls of a stone cell. With the window is open, by the way. There's naturally no glass, right? There are only iron bars. So the wind coming inside is just nasty. And without the water, you are also getting very, very parched. So when it's nighttime and the lanterns outside, or rather the torches, there are no lanterns, there are just torches in the walls. Some of them are getting snuffed out by the guards, who are also shouting, "You would better behave yourself during the night, or else."
At some point, I think I would pour the bowls of water out and start banging them against the bars, like the empty bowls. You know what I mean? Like, we need water in here.
Very quickly, a guard approaches. "What are you doing? You want me to come inside and break your wrists?" He says.
"We need water to stand trial, sir. We won't make it."
"You don't need shit. You are a criminal, condemned in the eyes of Sigmar. Roll me charm."
Charm?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Just gathering up laundry in the other room, sorry.
Nice.
Oh, I need the luck.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just got
I
yourself
need the luck on that.
Yeah, with that
Yeah,
you would get yourself a beating. You rolled 100, and then of course you rolled it. So the guy is like, you're not getting shit. And with that, he just left, laughing. Just as if this was very funny. He thought, oh yeah, when he was leaving, he said, maybe you could squeeze some water from the hay. The last guy pissed on it a lot, and with that,
ICE agents.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cash
They're gonna send us to Venezuela, or sorry, Lustria.
Cash Patel is sitting upstairs, twirling his mustache. No, of course not. But obviously the guards are exercising their sadistic ways of running this place. Again, probably Gustav, for you that's nothing new. I would guess that given your background, you've met men like that. Johannes, you may be in for a surprise. You remember, you're a Reiklander, and Reikland is hailed as the most just and well-maintained, well-run province of the empire.
About to see a new side of Reichland.
Yeah. Not to mention Bögenhafen is generally considered a rather just and very well governed town, right? So
Gustav doesn't think so.
sorry, what?
I said Gustav doesn't think so.
Yeah. So eventually, night comes, like a complete total night, and you are both very tired. You are very perched, even though, of course, it's late autumn. You haven't drunk anything in hours, and given, even maybe if you would think about drinking this horrible water, it's no longer there. I mean, Gustav just splashed it outside. So yeah, there's that. There's no liquid here. The food that you've eaten, well, it's already giving you strange stomach cramps and aches. Like you don't need to roll anything, but just so you know, you don't feel very comfortable, especially given your status and your current adventures. You were probably used to eating slightly better than that, to put it mildly, of course. Roll me, both of you. Eventually, both of you go to sleep, but it's not this normal sleep. You doze off and you wake up. Doze off, wake up. You can't really catch a normal sleep, because not only are you in a cramped, stinking, horrible cell, the whole situation is probably not giving you any favors, so you are certain that this night won't give you any rest. And I would like for both of you to roll me minus 10% perception tests, ear-based.
Okay.
And don't worry, you won't be able to botch this roll, so you don't have to reroll them. Okay, so Gustav passed, nice.
Sorry, I lost where perception was in my sheet. I saw it just a second ago.
Perception is intelligence based.
Okay,
Mhm.
got it. Woo.
At some point, you don't know what hour is this, but it's probably in the middle of the night, or at the very least after midnight. You would guess. You hear many people descending down the stairs leading to this corridor. You would guess maybe about 10. You have no idea, or maybe a dozen. The steps are hard. They like those people. They don't sneak. They walk like they own the place. You also hear them whispering to each other, and Gustav, you had a very good roll. You hear the voice of one of the guards. You think that the first guard who approached your cell and told you about the trial. Yeah, they're in the middle cell, right side. And you also hear another voice, familiar, saying, "Thank you. Here's something for your trouble." You hear the sound of coins being exchanged, or rather, one hand handing over a purse filled with money, with coins.
I'm gonna elbow Johannes so he takes notice if he didn't.
I guess I passed, but I didn't pass as well, so I just hear all the people.
Johannes, you mostly hear a lot of people approaching, but Gustav had a very good roll because he had 12, so you hear the details. Eventually, by the way, you also notice that there's a lantern or a torch glow approaching your cell. It's getting slightly lighter. The point that eventually someone puts the torch in front of the window so that it illuminates the inside of your cell, but you don't see who's on the other side because you're staring at the light. Well, says a voice. Look what the cat has brought. Now this is a slightly familiar view, I must say. Both of you've heard that voice before.
Is this the guy?
From the warehouse. And the torch moves away, and you see behind the iron bars face of Conrad. However, in the dim light of a nearby torch, you can see that he's completely bald. He doesn't have any hair on his face, only his eyebrows and eyelashes. And he has this look on his face that is a mix of amusement and pure, undisguised hatred. Now,
what happened to you?
What happened to me? Oh, that's very nice of you to ask me. I recall 2 arseholes beating me up, one of them dousing me in oil, and the other cutting off my ear. Just the wildest of things happened to me. So, I know that you boys are going to stand trial tomorrow, but I brought some friends, and I was thinking that in the spirit of goodwill and solidarity, I would perhaps help entertain you before the trial commences. Now,
how far away is shit bucket?
What? How far away? It's
How far away is the shit bucket?
It's in a corner nearby. It's not far away. Like I said, this is a very small cell. By the way, as you are thinking about this, you can hear.
I'm moving closer to it.
You can hear the keys getting inserted into the lock. I thought that maybe I should just do the same to you. What you've done to me? What do you say? And with that, you can see that his face, turned from this mix of amusement and hatred, as weird as that sounds, to a completely deranged look of a sadistical maniac. You can also tell that behind him and probably right next to him there are quite a few other men, burly men, tough men. You can smell them even through the stink of the cell. You can smell the alcohol, the sweat, the violence just emanating from them. Tell me, Gustav, do you want to take the bucket?
I'm gonna wait until the absolute last moment.
Okay.
I want to get as many in the spray as I can.
So eventually the door opens, or rather, gets kicked inside as the key is turned in the lock, and now you can practically see that there are at least 6 figures in your immediate, in the immediate range of your eyesight, but there's certainly more. The figures in question, they have clubs. The man who kicked the door open is just growling something along the line of, you know, "I'ma fuck you up," as he as he enters the cell. Gustav, you have a bucket in your hand. What are you doing?
I'm spraying it all out. I'm just gonna dump it in that direction.
All right.
Whatever's
Roll me ballistic skill plus 30%.
I guess it would be ballistic skill, right?
Nice. You've you
My eyes!
you've suddenly splashed the entire, you know, contents of the bucket. Probably also slightly filled by you and Johannes. Let's be honest. Like you, as I said, you had those nasty cramps. Into the first man entering the cell. The cell is very, like, the door to the cell is very narrow, so only a single person can fit in them. But yeah, the man just received a full blast of feces, not only in his face, but he practically got soaked in them, you know, head to foot. And he's like, "Ah!" Because this is a horrible experience. I am going to roll agility for him. For somehow he managed to stay on his feet. That said, he like moved abruptly to the right, like slamming the wall, trying to clear the shit from his eyes. Of course, naturally, this improvised template weapon also splashed a few people behind him. Maybe not with such a force as and you know, to the extent of this guy, but yeah, they also got partially covered by shit, and they are just fucking angry. So now I have a question for you. Do you want this to be a normal combat, or do you simply or will you simply accept what I'm going to tell you? Because if you won't struggle, you won't lose any fate points. If you will struggle, we will run this as a normal fight. It's up to you.
I'm assuming he's gonna hold me down and try and cut off my ear.
You have.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So.
So the next thing I would do, I would use the bucket to try and hit the guard that I just got with the shit, because I want his cudgel.
Okay, so in that case, we need to enter the initiative. Okay, so.
I mean, I'm not trying to derail.
No.
I mean, you know, just between us players, I don't see any point in not fighting them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know which way it's probably gonna go, but like.
Yeah.
Remember, you have improvised weapon right now. Improvised weapons, you are unable to parry normal weapons with them. Okay. Although I think in my games I allow this, but on half of weapon skill. Let's say that you can, but only half of your weapon skill. No, you can't normally parry normal weapons with improvised weapons, sadly. So let's say that you can, but on half of your WS. Okay, now let me quickly see. Yeah, I have it. Okay, so roll initiative either from your character sheets or D10 and your agility. Also, Sean, please note, you know, the order. For all of the guys, they have 40 initiative.
Oh, I have a D10. Sorry,
No,
that would have been a good roll in combat. Good lord.
The goons have 40 initiative total, and Conrad, I'm rolling for him separately because he's he gets 49.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let me. So what did Gustav get?
Gustav,
58 total.
58.
58.
Wow, nice.
Okay, I got 50.
Conrad has 49, and the goons have 40.
Okay, well that worked out. Oops. Okay.
So Gustav is first, you are second, Conrad is third, the goons are last. Gustav, you are first. What are you doing? The cell is very small. That said, you would still probably need to spend. Actually, you would only be able to spend a half action to reach him. So like a free action, sorry, to reach the guy and smash him. What do you want to do?
Smash him.
Okay, but this is a single action. You remember you have 2 actions and you have 2 free actions.
I want the cudgel, or something I could use to strike the stun.
He's holding the cudgel very tightly in his hands. Like I've rolled the. Actually, sorry. You know what? I'm going to roll separately for his weapon skill because I've only rolled for him standing on his feet. I'm going to roll for his weapon skill. If I pass, he's keeping the cudgel. If I failed, he dropped the cudgel to the floor. So he passed, sadly. So yeah, he's holding the cudgel very tightly in his right hand.
I don't have disarm, so I'm gonna have to beat it out of his hands.
So my proposition for you is that with a single action you attack, and with a second action you declare pairing against the second guy who come inside.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
One attack and one parry.
Yeah. So you literally make a single step. You raise the bucket, empty bucket now, over your head, and you try to smash the man with it. Roll me weapon skill plus 30% because he's practically completely helpless right now. Like he's not helpless per se. Actually, no. Sorry. You know what? You know what? Let's make this more interesting. He is helpless. What this means is that you hit automatically, but you also deal additional D10 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So roll me without like turning the dice. Roll me where you've managed to strike him. So just a D100. Okay, it goes towards his arm, and roll 2d10, add your strength, and deduce 4 because this is an improvised weapon. So 6 plus.
My strength is 42, so 4.
So 6, 10 total, minus 4 is 6. Now let me see if he has any kind of armor. Oh, that's not the guy. This is the guy. Yeah, you've dealt some damage. You've managed to strike him very hard in his arm, and but unfortunately the man in question. Let me see. The men in question, like they are all tough men. Burly men, you know, they don't even look like the dock workers that Conrad hired before. Those guys look like just criminal scum. So he's still standing now. Who's next? Next is Johannes. What are you doing?
So am I able to pick up a bowl or 2 bowls to use as weapons, as improvised weapons?
You have quick draw.
I do not have quick draw.
So picking up both those balls, given the situation, I would say that it will take your entire turn.
Okay, can I just pick up one then?
Yes, this is a single action. What is your second action?
Okay. Second action is to smash it in the face of the closest person.
You're too far away unless you're going to throw it. In fact, you'll be able. You would need to make. Actually, you would need to probably make a. Okay, free action. Okay, yeah, you can make a free action to approach and smash him in the face. Sure.
Okay.
With that, you also get plus 30% because this is the biggest modifier that you are able to get either minus 30 or plus 30. You very quickly scoop up one of the balls, still probably having some cabbage and onion residue in it. You maybe make 2 steps and you raise the ball and you smash the man. As before, you only roll D100, not without turning it. So roll me. Okay, so you are aiming for the leg, and you roll 2d10. Add your strength.
Okay. I
deduce.
actually hit him. Okay.
Yeah, you hit him automatically because he's helpless.
Okay.
So
2d10, eh?
2d10, add strength, deduce -4. Deduce 4. Oh.
Okay, so I get 6 plus my strength is 3, so 9, and then -4, so 5.
So 5. Okay. But you can feel that you did something to the man. Like you smashed him above. Like this is 91. So let me quickly see. You smashed him right above his left leg's knee, and he howled in pain. You're just standing there. Gustav with the bucket, Johannes with the ball, and you're just laying into the man. And now Conrad is a bitch, so he's not entering the fight, but he's just screaming his lungs out, get them, beat them to a pulp. And another man enters through the door, but I would decide that given the cramped confines of the cell and the fact that the door is very narrow, only a single person can enter through the door and attack you. So
this might be useful.
Yeah, this is the thermopyle. I don't know how you spell it in English. Thermopyle. The battle of
Thermopylae.
The battle of the Spartans. Yeah. So the man enters inside and he's like, I'ma kill you, and he tries to smash one of you. I am going to randomize 150 Gustav. 150 Gustav. He raises his club. He has like a blackjack, and he tries to just to do violence to you. He doesn't get any bonuses from the man that you're fighting because he didn't attack. So I am rolling his basic weapon skill, and he fortunately managed to take a small step to the left. The blackjack just, struck the ground between you and Johannes. Now we have new round. Actually, what I'm without even rolls, I will declare that the man that you are fighting right now is able to defend himself and attack himself. He just cleaned the shit from his eyes. But he's also enraged enough so that he will only make all-out attacks. He just went berserk. He literally howls obscenities and curses and just try and kill you. No questions asked. But new round, Gustav, what are you doing?
I'm gonna yell, you got some shit. You got some shit on your lip. And then I'm gonna bash him with the bucket.
Okay. You only get a plus 10% this time from Johannes. So
can I add a get him Johan?
Yeah, of course.
So the other things we're doing great by teaming up on this guy.
Get him Johan. Okay. This is the most epic battle of all time.
Yes.
We started with some shit to the face.
a commode and a soup bowl.
No, unfortunately, you can reroll that if you want, of course.
You said plus. Oh no, plus 10 wouldn't do. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my luck. Okay. I got 2 left.
You are trying, to smash the man with the bucket. Unfortunately, the small confines of the cell, the fact that Johannes is right next to you, mean that you can't really take a good swing. So the guy in front of you simply blocks your strike with with his cudgel. Johannes, you're up. Are you attacking the one striking Gustav or the other one striking Gustav?
I'm attacking the shit covered guy.
The shit covered guy. Okay, so you are raising your bow just trying to clap him with it. Plus 10% from you. Nah.
No good.
No good. You are trying, but maybe you even landed the blow, but it's simply it wasn't enough. You can still hear Conrad, get them both. I want them on their knees. Stuff like that. So the berserker guy, Gustav, he's going to, as I said, make an all-out attack, so plus 20%. That said, he won't be able to dodge or parry at all, because all-out attack works like that. He also gets plus 10% from the guy who entered the fray and fought with you already. Yeah, and that's still not enough. He did this, like, maybe when you were in Marienburg, you saw a few Norskans, you heard tales about their combat prowess and the fact that they sometimes howl like animals when they make war. This is definitely such a case with this man. He practically goes insane with violence. Fortunately for you, you managed to duck as the cudgel struck the wall right next to you. If it would strike your head, you would probably be dead. The other man, meanwhile, targets Johannes. And he says, "You're shit out of luck, boy." And he's like, he will simply attack you. He's not going to do anything else. They are pretty confident that they will manage to win. You can dodge, but dodging in such cramped confines, you will do this on minus 10%.
Okay, and then I don't have dodge blow. I don't
so half of your agility minus 10%.
Minus 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a 16 or less.
You don't need to do this, Sean, if you want. You don't need to dodge if you are afraid that you botch. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't want to botch. I'll just take it like a man.
Okay, you take it like a man. Okay.
Hit me again, bitch.
Yeah, this is a standard strike from him, so I'm going to roll. That's not too bad, I think. That's 8 total. 8 total to
so
your.
I just get my toughness.
Yes. Oh, you only have your toughness. You don't have your.
No armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So 8. So I take 5. So I'm down to half. I only have 7. HP right now.
Yeah, you were struck very hard in your left arm. The blackjack connected, and Gustav, you've heard Johannes yell in pain. Of course, the man behind your combatant, they all cheered, and you hear them, them crying, "Get them! Get them! Give it to them!" Stuff like that. Now it's a new round. Gustav, you're up.
I have a question. I have street fighting, so is the bucket even necessary?
Street fighting only works when you are unarmed, if I recall correctly. Street fighting is yeah. Let me quickly see.
Should I just get rid of the bucket?
They have armor. If you are going to attack them without weapons, the armor counts as double.
Okay, so I still need the bucket for now.
Yeah, just so we are clear. Wait a second. You have Street Fighter? Where is the Street Fighter described?
That's a talent.
He can do the whirlwind kick.
Yeah.
I think it's no penalty for fighting unarmed or something like that.
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, I know it's in Polish. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you get plus 10% to weapon skill when you are attacking without weapons, and you get plus 1 to damage when you are fighting without weapons. You can of course use it. Maybe you won't hit him in his chest or arms, because both of you can see that the guys fighting you, they have light leather armor covering their torsos and arms, but otherwise they just have breeches and and they don't, like, they wear maybe hats or some caps, stuff like that, but they are not heavily armored. As I said, they are scum. So it's up to you, Bran. What do you want to do?
And I need a blackjack to strike the stun, right?
Yes, you need a weapon with the quality
Or a bag full of coins.
Yeah, with the stunning quality, or you need to and you need to have the strike to stun.
I do have that, but
Yeah.
I don't have anything at disposal to do it with. I'm gonna continue to use the bucket, I guess.
Okay. Remember, the guy who attacked you,
the armor if I...
he can't dodge or parry. The crazed one, the one that is covered in feces.
Okay. So I'm going for him. Can I shout something too?
Yeah, of course. Remember, unless it's a very long sentence, you can shout single words or very short sentences without even using, your actions, right?
Throw your shit buckets. This is our block.
All right. Nice.
Wait, lower your shit buckets?
Throw your shit buckets.
Oh, throw. Okay.
So like anybody standing in the hallway.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, hopefully, if many prisoners want to jump on board with this here riot.
Roll in that case.
Is this to attack?
Yes, you don't have any bonuses because Johannes is fighting someone else. So you have your
Okay.
basic weapon skill. Nice.
Nice.
This goes towards the arm. Roll damage because
Nice.
as I said, he's not doing anything. It's towards his left arm. Ooh, 7 plus 4, right?
Yep.
Minus 4. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Minus 4 is 7. Now his armor. Okay, yeah, that's you're chipping him away. But I need to. Okay, here it is. Yeah, and you've managed to smash him with the bucket in his left arm. He he stumbled slightly. You are striking him very hard, and you know that no matter how big or tough he is, you are dealing damage. He even grunted slightly. I'm going to roll a free willpower test for him to see if he'll drop the berserker act. Yeah, he does. Wow, he rolls very well. And you can even see that he did this head shake, almost like a dog that's been that's been hit, and he's trying to get his senses back. Now Johannes, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna attack him before he gains his full senses.
So you have plus 10 from Gustav.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
It goes to the head. Roll damage.
D10.
Whoa.
Oh man.
2 plus.
It's towards the head though.
Yeah. 2 plus
but
3.
then it's minus 4 because it didn't. So it would be doubled, but then it's minus 4.
No.
Plus 3 my strength.
What you're doing is you get 2. You add your strength 3, so it's 5.
Okay, that's 5.
Minus 4, so it's 1.
1.
Times 2, so it's 2. So, but what happened is that you delivered the blow to his head. You've actually felt that that the bow that you're holding probably cracked slightly. The man howled in pain, and Gustav and Johannes, both of you were splattered with the blood coming from his temple. Yeah, that's funnily enough. If you would roll higher, you'd probably kill him right now. And he's like, he even says, "Boys, I need help." He says, and with that, he will try and strike to stun you, Gustav. Yeah, they have strike to stun, and they have clubs. So, how strike to stun works is anybody's guess right now.
It's he strikes like a normal strike. I have the option to parry or dodge, but then if he hits, I think if it wounds, I have to take a test to see if I stay conscious.
Okay.
I think that's how we do it.
It's yeah. Let me quickly see.
I think it's up to D10 rounds you're knocked out for.
Okay, I know where it will be described. Here it is. Actually, I can declare this after he hits you, but okay. As I said, he's trying to strike to stun you, Gustav, so I am going to roll for him. No, he desperately tries to strike you down, but he simply, swings the club wildly. His comrade will try and do the same to you, Johannes, actually. Because, well, I mean, out of game it's for your place. Conrad wants you alive because he wants to,
Yeah, humiliate us.
to get you himself, and he's too much of a coward to enter the fray. So the other man also tries to do harmful things to Johannes, but he fails completely. You simply duck and weave. The men fighting you are probably used to simply threaten or bully threaten or bully people into submission, and maybe to barroom brawls. But you've been to a few scrapes yourself, so you are fairly seasoned fighters. As for Conrad, because of course it was his turn, along the way, he's only shouting, "Get them! Get them! Get them! Get them!" and nothing else. So, new round, Gustav. What about you?
I'm going to bash shitface again.
Roll.
Have any of the other prisoners, like, can I hear anything going out in the hallway?
Of course, they hear, and you probably guess, like, it's too loud. What is going on in the cell is too loud for you to hear what is really going on outside the cell, but you guess that they are probably already started screaming and cheering and maybe, shouting, but you are simply too concentrated on the fight at hand to notice anything else.
Okay.
And you know that they won't help you, even if they would probably could, even if the cell doors were open, they would probably use the opportunity to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and bash this guy again with the
plus
bucket.
10%. Plus 10% from Johannes. That's a botch.
I'm using my luck. I'm using I have
use
one
it.
luck after this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well at least it's not a buck.
You've almost lost the grip on the shit bucket. Fortunately, at the very last time, you managed to grab it by the handle. The bucket hit the wall to your left. It also probably cracks slightly, maybe in a place or two, but it's still holding. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna need a bath after this, but like, hopefully, I don't get my ass kicked at the same time. That's what I'm going for here.
Yeah. Johannes, you're up.
I swing at the same guy, trying to get at least one down so we can get his weapon.
Plus 10. Nice. You.
Okay.
I will try and dodge with him. It's minus 10%, of course. And let me quickly see. Do they have dodge? No, they do not. Oh, sorry, they do. But, wow, 22. Okay. Yeah, by 2. He managed. You have no idea how, but he managed to avoid the blow that would probably connect with his sternum, and with that, he swings angrily at Gustav, trying to strike to stun him. Fortunately for you, the dodge probably meant that he went out of range. Meanwhile, the other guy, he desperately tries to take you down, Johannes, and it goes for the leg. You can dodge if you want.
Okay. So half agility.
Half agility minus 10.
Minus 10. All right.
Yeah, as I said, you dodge with minus 10 in this place.
All right. I'm gonna try to dodge.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I just fail.
You want to reroll?
Nope.
Okay. So in that case, we are going to do the strike to stun thingy.
It's actually a really fun fight.
Yeah. Both of you roll counter strength test.
Oh, fuck. My strength sucks.
And we roll until one of us passes. Oh.
Fucking hell.
You still need to roll, unfortunately.
I know.
Okay.
Good night. Nighty night.
No. It's not over yet. That's the funny thing about Strike to Stun. It's very. It has a few levels, so to speak. So now you need to make me a toughness test with +10 for every armor point that you have. You don't have any armor. So if you fail this test, you will be stunned for 1d10 rounds.
Okay.
No.
You want your luck for it. You have it.
You want to reroll that?
I would. You don't want to be knocked out, man.
Yeah. I'll use a luck to reroll that.
You are out for 10 rounds.
Oh no!
So what happened, Gustav? And you saw that with the corner, in the corner of your eye, is that when Johannes tried to club the shit assailant with his bow, the other one delivered a powerful low kick to his leg, and when Johannes, bent double with pain, he smashed him in the side of the head with the club. Johannes, like a puppet whose strings got cut, simply flew towards the opposite wall, towards the right wall. Hit the wall very hard, and then fell on the incredibly dirty and disgusting pile of hay, one of the two piles of hay, and he's out, leaving you as the only combatant standing. That said, Johannes, you don't do any damage. You don't get any damage, because when you strike to stun someone, you opt to choose to knock them out instead of hurting them. So that's good. And of course there's this, the man even shouted, "Ha! One down, boss!" After that, we have you, Gustav. You are alone.
It's now or never, I guess.
What
I'm
are you
going
doing?
for the shit-covered guy with the bucket,
Okay.
and I need that cudgel ASAP.
You want to also probably parry with your second action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the desperation gives you strength. You raise the bucket. You try to clap the man. Come on. Hit me. Nice! Nice. I'm going to roll dodge for him, -10, so very low chance. Yeah, he failed. Roll damage. It goes right towards his chest.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well, that's 11.
11. Okay, 11 minus 4, so 7 total.
I think at least 7 before.
Wait, how much?
He has armor. He has armor.
How much? Yeah, you remember you're striking him in the chest. You have 4 strength, right? So 7 plus 4, 11. Minus 4, 7.
Oh, and then the bucket, yeah.
Yeah, and now let me quickly see. 7 minus his toughness and armor is 4, so it's 3. Oh, he's literally on 0. So 1 more. You, with some kind of a desperate yell, you smash the man with the bucket. Now, what this meant is that he fell backwards, bending double, coughing heavily. You know that you've hurt him a lot, and because of that, I am going to roll willpower for him again. Wow. Yeah, he's just angry, I guess. He looks up at you and says, "I'ma kill you." And
nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I don't have time to bleed. And with that, you can hear Conrad. Of course, not you, Johannes. You are completely out. But Gustav, you can hear Conrad yelling. There's only he's just one man. Do your fucking job, you cretins! As he practically sounds like an apoplectic, insane, just man. And so the guy that's fighting you, he won't try and strike to stun you this one. He will try and kill you. He once again does the odd attack. Plus 20%. And he fails. He practically jumped up and tried to deliver a powerful blow from overhead. You simply move to the right towards the other assailant, but because of that, the club, the cudgel, once again smashed into the stone of the cell. Fortunately for you, but the other guy is still sane enough so that he will not attack you actually, and he will approach Johannes. Gustav, you have a free attack on him. Because what I'm declaring is that he's approaching Johannes and that he's putting away his club because he will probably try and take Johannes out of the cell.
Yeah.
So roll basic weapon skill. This is a free attack. Nice! He can dodge still, because he didn't do an auto attack. Okay, now wait.
Man to dodge flipping and shit.
Yeah, no, I have my table for that. I have my table. We shall see. We shall see what happens now. Okay. So I'm going to roll the 100. So that's 5 total. Okay. Right. So first of all, roll damage, Bran. This goes towards his ribs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
3 plus 4, 7, right?
Yeah. Minus 4.
4 is 3, so no. So what happened is that you've managed to strike him in the ribs. You don't think that you did any real damage. However, you managed to push him on the wall to the right, and he hit it with such force that it practically winded him. What this means is that currently he's leaning against the wall, trying to catch his breath. But he's not, because of that, he's not trying to drag Johannes out yet. Very cool, very nice. This is a very epic fight.
You're counting the rounds, man, because I'm gonna try and get to that 10th round for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we're now entering into round 6. We need to get to round 15 for me to come back. 10 rounds to be round 14.
Yeah.
Got a while to go yet.
That was insane. I rolled 1 for his strength test, and then I rolled 10 for your out of combat rounds. Yeah. But that's dice for you. So new round. Okay, because of where the man. No, there are only two guys in the cell. I'm not going to add any more. So the shitman tries to use this opportunity and once again try to kill you, while the other guy won't do anything this round. He's just trying to catch his breath. Konrad is yelling. The other prisoners are shouting. Gustav, you are standing alone, helping your friend. Shit-stained bucket in your hand, fury in your heart. this righteous wrath.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Under all that shit, I smell fear.
Nice. Very, very climactic. Once again, all out attack, so plus 20%. No, and he swings so widely and so wildly that practically you have very easy job of dodging his attacks, of avoiding them completely. He's like a wild animal, completely mad. Now it's you. What are you doing? You want to finish him?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, remember he can dodge or parry, so the moment you connect, it's probably over.
I'm saving my last luck for something epic here.
Sure. Nice. Wow, very nice. So this time you're going for the lower belly. Roll damage. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. 8 plus 4, 12, minus 4, 8, minus 4 total, 4, so he's on minus 4. I am going to roll. Normally I don't do that with goons, but I am going to use critical hits with this guy. Because I don't want to say that you're killing him outright. I know that Gustav is not this kind of man, but this is combat, and things happen.
Ask my Conrad.
Yeah, that's what I meant. This is the exact same thing. Gustav, roll me D100. Ooh, 48, okay. 48, that's high. This is 8. This is 8, and this is blunt damage. And this goes towards the body. Yeah. Your blow, maybe it doesn't go towards the belly per se. Maybe you were trying to hit him in the belly, but it went for his hip. Your blow connects solidly with your opponent's hip. You felt one of his bones fracture. He falls immediately to the ground, and just screaming, howling in agonizing pain. And he's helpless unless I'll pass minus 20% toughness test. Let's see. 69. No, and he just, he dropped the weapon, of course, and he's just rolling on the ground, holding his fractured hip, yelling horribly, and I mean horribly, Gustav. This is the sound of a man who's probably been maimed for life. So that's that. Yeah.
did he drop the cudgel?
Yeah, he dropped the cudgel, of course. He dropped the cudgel. The other guy, the one that you've winded, he saw what happened to his comrade. He looks at you and he says, "You went too far." And he's just delivering his. He's delivering a very powerful attack towards your. Towards your nothing. He probably aimed for the legs, but you jumped over the swing. Sweep the leg. Yeah, that's that. However, what you've seen, Gustav, is that with the one guy laying on the floor howling, there's enough space for another combatant to enter the fray. What are you doing right now? This is your turn now. You have a single guy fighting against you. The one laying on the floor you think is no threat, given what's happening to him. His cudgel is laying right next to you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pick up the cudgel.
Okay.
And step over that guy towards the last remaining guy that's currently in the cell with me,
and strike him.
Yeah.
Okay. You have quick draw. Sorry, what?
Can I say something too?
Yeah, of course. As long as it's not too long.
Yeah. So the bald man didn't tell you about the others.
Okay. Do you have quick draw?
I don't believe so. Let me check though, because I've got some weird combat skills I picked up. No.
Okay.
I do not.
So, you quickly grab the cudgel. You bend down, grab the cudgel. You probably switch the cudgel with the bow. You still hold the bow in your offhand. That means you will be able to parry with it. Just remember that. Just remember what you were saying. Yeah, you have a cabbage and onion buckler, and you make like a single step towards the guy that's been fighting. You're practically you're right next to him, and you strike him. Roll weapon skill.
Okay.
Oh my! No, it's.
Oh no, that's a
D10.
That's a D10, yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I
God
was.
damn it, that was awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking that it would be.
Cave his face in.
No.
Okay.
You try to smash the man with the cudgel, you know, that you've picked from the guy.
Oh, I
Uh,
should announce I was trying to strike the stun, but I missed anyway. So
yeah, that you've knocked down. The cudgel, of course, is also covered, you know, in feces, so it's slightly slippery. The man, however, blocked your strike with his own blackjack, and now another combatant enters the fray, and this time you hear, "If you want something done right," and Conrad enters the fray.
Really?
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
has a sword in his hand, by the way. He's fucking pissed. And he's going to deliver. Actually, he's a worse combatant than they are. Just so we are very clear.
We
and he's,
established that, didn't we?
yeah, and he's trying
Well,
to
he did, yeah.
he's trying to run you through with the sword. So no, and you've managed to deflect the blow, or rather, you know, quickly move to the side. However, you know that this is now got serious. Even the guy fighting you says, as a free action, "Boss, you wanted him alive. You wanted them alive." But then he still tries to strike you nonetheless. However, he will try and strike to stun you, of course.
He's probably still wounded from the day before, right?
Yeah, you've managed to. You wounded him, by the way.
Didn't we beat
Well, I
him
mean,
up?
he cut it. I don't remember. I mean, you stunned
Oh
him.
yeah, no, you removed
then-
you,
okay,
you you removed his ear. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he is wounded. Almost certainly. I mean, no, he doesn't have an ear. So the
Give him
man,
a wet willy.
so the man almost, because he almost connected with the blackjack. He almost managed to strike you in the sternum. Once again, you've danced away. Johannes, you are laying on the floor. It's not like you're completely blacked out. You know, you sometimes regain consciousness, so you only see this strange dance of shadows. You hear grunting. You hear, weapons swishing, curses, stuff like that. But you just can't get up. You can't force your legs and your arms to work properly. You think you hear Gustav just yelling something. You know, Gustav, your good friend, Gustav, your comrade, who's, you know, that he's still fighting for you. He's been there the whole time. A true friend and a hero. You probably smile unknowingly as you think about all the wonderful adventures that you'll be having together, hopefully in the future. That said, Gustav, you're up now. There's Conrad. Sorry, I also need to roll for the guy on the floor. Toughness test. Nope, he's still laying and screaming and just, being miserable. Gustav, what?
Rolling and shit.
Yeah. What is your course of action now?
I'm going for the other mercenary, not Conrad,
So
because I feel like that guy's more of a threat.
okay, so the guy who's trying to blackjack you. Sure.
Yeah.
You're trying
And
to strike
I
to
want to
stun.
strike to stun. Yeah.
You can also declare parry. You have free parry from the bow, and you have then a single parry from your weapon. That said, I will say that the bow won't work against the sword. It will work
Okay.
against the blackjack, but not against a bladed weapon wielded by a swordsman. So if
Even
you
a shitty one.
yeah, so if you even a shitty
That was
one.
a very generous description.
Yeah, I mean he sucks. He has 30 weapons. So you know.
But he's mad.
What?
I said, but he's mad.
Yeah. So you have a single full parry with a blackjack. With a cudgel and a free parry with the bow. So that's my. I suggest that you take this.
Yeah.
Okay. So you prepare to defend yourself while simultaneously trying to take out the second bandit. Roll weapon skill.
For flavor's sake, I'm just gonna bring the club down straight from above to try and bonk him on the top of the head because this has worked for me in the past.
Okay, sure. Bonk.
So, is it an attack or is it a strike to stun?
Strike to stun.
Strike to stun is a normal attack, but you don't do damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I just wanted to make sure that we
Yeah.
knew what he was doing.
Unfortunately, not. You can reroll that, of course, if you want, but
I want to save it.
Okay, so
I want my truck.
yeah, ironically, if you would have weapon skill high enough, you would hit him in the head. So we can say that that you try to smash him with an overhead strike, but the man, he's not winded anymore. He simply blocked it by quickly putting the blackjack above his head. And Conrad is like, his eyes are bulging. He looks like a creep, and he's like, "I'ma penetrate you." And with that, he tries, and
Like,
and with that, he tries to
You're new
skewer.
at this, aren't you?
Sorry, what, Brian?
I said you're new at this, aren't you?
I was like, this is a family show.
Yeah, PG-13. He's simply attacking. He's not doing anything else. You can see that he's a very poor fighter, and it shows. 89. Jesus Christ. He's like stabbing you ineffectually. He's like just crying, "Die, die, die."
Stand back and wait for him to botch.
But the other guy, the goon, he looks at you coolly, and then he delivers strike to stun. Yeah, goes for the head. You can parry that. I suggest parrying with your normal weapon. So normal weapon skill.
Okay.
Because it
But I
goes.
could dodge too, right?
Yeah, but dodge -10. Actually, sorry, dodge
That's
now.
the
Now dodge -15 because there are three. There's Johannes laying on the ground. There's Conrad, the goon, and the second goon who's laying on the ground as well. There's very little space to dodge, so -15.
Okay. Okay, so I will parry them.
Nah,
Oh,
you want to reroll that?
Yeah, that's a botch, right?
No, that's not.
No.
That's not.
I'll take it. I want to save my luck.
Okay. In that case, we roll counter strength test right now. You and I.
Oh wait, it was a strike to stun.
Yeah. So you want to reroll that?
I kind of need it then, yeah.
Okay. So this roll of mine will count if you fail to parry.
Okay.
So roll. So you are using another luck, and you are trying to parry. How much weapon skill?
No,
do
I
you have?
need the 47.
Okay. So now in that case, roll me weapon skill. Sorry, strength test, not weapon skill. Strength test. Nice.
3.
nice.
Yeah, you've the man managed to strike you in the head with the blackjack. You've seen stars for only a split second, but then you remember where you are and what you need to do, and you fought through the pain. You fought through the nausea. You shook your head, and you're still up and running. The bandit, the goon. He looks at you with his wide eyes. He can't believe what's happening. It's your turn now. You feel like you're in the eye of the storm, like everything, hangs in the balance, like everything hangs on you going through this whole thing. What do you want to do?
I'm going to strike to stun Conrad. Because my logic is the other guy's not going to want to fight.
Yeah. Funnily enough,
here we
you
go.
can smell very slightly, but still the oil that Johannes, doused him in. He probably took a bath, but it wasn't enough.
I was like diesel,
Yeah. Essentially, yes. That's how it happened.
kerosene.
So you're striking him, and then you will probably want to parry as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you switch targets, and the blow goes towards Conrad. Roll, weapon skill.
Step into the darkness with me.
I'm Batman. Ooh, nice. You managed to hit, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah. Weapon skill 47.
Yeah. So Conrad can only dodge, and he doesn't have dodge. It's a big surprise, right?
Okay.
So he will roll on half of agility -15%. Oh wow, so wait a second. 19... Oh, 04. But I will roll for him. Sure. Bam.
What?
Bam.
You fucking asshole! God damn
God
it!
damn it.
Bam. I'm
The
that serious.
Matrix. Woo!
That was the roll required. 04 or less.
God
Oh
damn
god.
You have no
How
idea.
how many more rounds do we have to go, Johannes, until you're up?
it.
I'm holding it together. I'm trying, man.
Six more.
Oh god. Okay.
It's like that. It's like one of those XCOM missions when you have to hold the base for X rounds before the
Yeah, yeah.
reinforcements.
It's the strength of stun that makes it scary. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
just one round, you could be out.
Yeah. Now you have no idea how this happened. You had him dead to rights, and he probably has something of a snake in him because he bent almost unnaturally to avoid your blow. You can see in his white, hatred-filled eyes this intense, immense satisfaction. And he even says, "Weren't expecting that, did ya?" and with that, he's trying to very quickly, he's trying to slash at you. Although he's now slightly wary of what is happening, so I will declare attack and parry with him. You can see that he's not so sure about his chances anymore. So I will roll. Yeah, and he, fortunately for you, he's an incredibly poor fighter. His swings and stabs are chaotic, wild, untrained, undisciplined. You really have not that much trouble, avoiding or deflecting them. But there's the guy, the other guy, and the other guy this time, he just yells, "Fucking go down already!" and raises the club to strike to stun, of course. No, and you just can't be stopped. It's impossible. With a stained ball in one hand and a picked up cudgel in the other, you're like one of the warriors from the legends of old, like one of Sigmar's companions, holding the line against the orcs. Just
Round 10.
yeah, just standing there and doing all you can to secure victory for you and your comrade. It's your turn now, Gustav. Remember, this is
I'm
one.
gonna strike the stun, Conrad again.
Okay, this is round 10, so this is only it takes only what, a minute and a half probably. The fight is this fight is very short. You once again try to strike to stun Conrad. Okay, roll me weapon skill.
Wake up, Johannes!
No, I don't think you did, right?
No.
Yeah,
No, that's like a plus 10.
No, you don't. You've tried to strike Conrad, low in his stomach to maybe force him to bend double, but unfortunately he, like a slippery eel that he is, he simply jumped back. Now he's still trying to skewer you, but also making sure that he's protected. So attack and parry. And this time it goes towards your chest. Do you want to? Sorry, I also presume that you would declare parrying, right? Standard parrying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he did.
So I presume that you want to parry this with your weapon skill.
Yeah.
With your full weapon skill, not with the ball. Nah.
Nope.
You have
I'm all
luck.
out of luck.
You don't have luck.
I don't.
Okay. Johannes, you have luck that you want to lend him, if you have.
Yeah, I think I used one so far, right? So yeah, I'll give him. Yeah, I'll give him one of my second luck.
Okay.
Is this for the strike to stun? He's trying on me?
No, he's trying to kill you.
Oh no, he's trying to stab you.
Yeah, he's stabbing you with a sword. He's not trying to strike you, stun you.
I will save that luck, Johannes. Let's leave it to the gods.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, that's not too bad. Let me quickly see. He has. First of all, he has a higher initiative. I should remember that. how much I rolled? 5 plus his strength, so 8 total.
8 minus my toughness is 4.
4 goes.
Okay, I'm currently at 15. That puts me at 11.
He managed to nick you on the side of your torso. You know, fortunately the blade didn't penetrate, but it did cut a gash near your ribs. You howl in pain, or rather maybe just yell in pain and surprise. Conrad is like, "Gotcha!" And the other guy, seeing that his boss, you know, is trying to kill you, I am actually going to roll intelligence for him. No, he still tries to strike to stun you. He probably guesses that the boss is angry at you for some reason. So it's probably personal, but he was given orders to take you alive, so he tries and strike to stun. And this is a botch.
Yeah, knocks Conrad out.
But this is a botch by 1, by the way. If he would roll one
Okay.
less, it would only fail. Okay, so now I need to roll again D100 to see the table. 33. Ooh, that's nasty, because the lower the worse.
His cudgel flies out of his hand and into my hand.
Yeah, no. I mean the cudgel flies. No kidding.
That's a blackjack. Yes.
Sorry, blackjack. Yes. So I need to roll D8. 7. What happened? You have no idea how this happened. Perhaps Johannes, through his stunned like haze or state, he managed to lash out with his feet. He managed to kick the man in his ankle. He yelled in pain, and the blow that was, that almost connected with your head. It went left. It went left so hard that he, not even dropped the club. He simply threw it as with as much power as possible to his left. The club struck the wall near the barred window and fell to the cell floor. The man is currently helpless. So what I want you to understand, Brian, is that the man is helpless. He doesn't have any weapon, which means that you can. He's not helpless per se. He's without weapons, so you would have potentially much bigger chance to strike at him if you want. Let me quickly see.
Yeah, he might run away too if I kick his ass enough. So. I understand Conrad's probably in it to win it.
Well, Conrad is, he invested too much. It's all or nothing for him, and he's insane.
Cut off his other ear.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Looks insane too.
Cut off his nose.
Yeah.
Looks a little lopsided actually.
You gotta even it out. Even out his haircut.
So I will say that you have. Let's say that you have plus 20% to striking him if you want.
The unarmed guard now?
The unarmed guard. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, what, you're striking with a single attack? On the second attack, you're probably trying. I mean, second action, you're declaring parrying, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I still strike the stun with the plus 20?
Yes, of course.
Oh, let's do it.
Round 11.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you've managed to hit, I think. With plus 20, I'm sure that you did.
Yeah.
He can only dodge, and he will try to do this. There's a desperate look on his face. He realizes that he doesn't have anything to counter your strike with, so he tries and move away with minus 15%, so... he failed. So now we roll counter strength test.
Okay.
I'm going to roll for him, and he passed, but just barely. But you've passed better. Okay, very nice. And with that, I need to roll toughness test for him. For you've managed to hit him in the in the leg. Although I'm not
59.
sure. Wait a second. I need to read very quickly. Strike to stun rules. Oh, because okay, doesn't matter where you hit him. It only counts armor on the head, and I don't think that they have anything on their heads. Double check. Let's see. No. So now I need to make toughness test for him. Let's see. Unfortunately, he passed. So we've managed to strike him in the head. He flew back. He shook his head just like you did a few seconds before. He looks at you. He's angry, and you can see that he fumbles for his dagger. Oh, sorry, not for his dagger. He fumbles for his pocket. But before he can do anything, Conrad will try and strike you down, and he yells, "Die already!" And with that, this time he just strikes you. He's not doing anything else, so he won't. He's not declaring parrying. And I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy fucking sucks. And he just makes this horribly, like obviously telegraphed attack that you had no problems avoiding. The man in front of you. He put his hand in the pocket of his trousers, of his pants, sorry, and he pulled out he pulled out brass knuckles already on his fist, and he's trying to strike you with brass knuckles. Now, brass knuckles, I almost never use them in games, so I don't remember how they work. Wait a second, this is.
Let me see if I have it written down here still. I have some.
Okay.
Knuckle dusters.
Knuckle dusters.
Yeah, knuckle
Funnily
dusters.
enough, yeah, here they are.
Okay,
Yeah.
-3, -5. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, -3. They are strike to stun, so he will try and strike to stun you with them. But they're -3, but doesn't matter because he's not going to do any damage.
Oh!
They fly out of his hand too.
Okay.
You got shit all over your pants.
Oh, fuck. 98. Oh, Jesus Christ. So.
Punches himself in the face, knocking himself out.
Okay, no, I mean, it doesn't really matter because he is after you, so. But for flavor's sake, it looks like this. He tried to make this very wide swing towards you, and you simply took a single step backwards. He spun around on his axis, doing this whoop, and with that, he's like all woozy, dancing on his 2 feet. Conrad, like even Conrad looks at this and he's snarling, "Fuck you, you cretin!" As he's trying to kill you. So Gustav, you're up now. What are you doing? I'm sure that Johannes will return to the fight. It's almost given now. By the way, sorry. Before we go further, I want you to understand, Gustav, that the other guys are trying to get into the cell, but there's not enough space, so they are practically, they can't force themselves because they would probably trample Conrad or force him onto you, towards you. So you can hear that they're also very frustrated, and some of them maybe even shout, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" But of course, he can't get out of the way. I'm not even rolling anymore for the guy on the floor. He's out of this fight until the end, no matter what happens. Just so we are clear. So your turn now. What are you doing?
I'm going for Conrad, strike to stun, leave 1 action for parry.
Okay, you go for it.
Alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will try and dodge 0-4. No.
Yay.
Counter strength test. So, okay, so yes. I've passed.
Oh, no.
You haven't, unfortunately. So
Can I use that luck now?
yes, of
Johannes?
of course, yeah. Mhm. Remember, I've passed, and just so you know, I've passed without a single full success. But you would still need to. I mean, I don't know how much strength do you have, of course, but
How much what?
how much strength do you have?
Strength.
42.
Because you need to beat his basic roll, so you would need to roll at least 32. Because
Oh.
if you roll, like if you just succeed, like he did, nothing happens. You need to beat
What?
his roll.
Let's save that luck then.
Mhm.
'Cause
Okay.
this is going
Save it.
right.
I think you
And
should.
you're about to be back in a turn or two.
Yeah, I think you should because you probably would not be able to statistically to roll 32 or lower.
Yeah.
So what happens is that you manage to connect with Conrad's face. His head snapped to the side. He stumbles. He looks at you. He literally huffed like a very angry bull. He's like, enough of this shit. And with that, he grabs his short sword, so like it has a short handle, double-handed. You have no idea how this works, and he just yells "Die!" and he auto-attacks you. So plus 20%, plus 10 from the guy, but he won't be able to parry or dodge at all. He just trying to bring you down. No, no, he can't.
Ah!
He literally just yelled "Ah!" and he dropped the sword down. You jumped the side just in time. The sword struck the cell floor. Maybe even it brought some sparks. Who knows? At the very least, a few rock splinters peppered you and the other combatants, and Johannes, of course. So now is the guy. He's still trying to beat you with knuckle dusters. By the way, Johannes, how long are you out?
This is the end of round 12, and I won't be up until round because I won't be up until round 15. Round 14 is the 10th round for me.
Okay, so we are getting close. So the guy with knuckle dusters is delivering a series of punches towards your head. You manage to dodge or block with the cudgel and the bow every single one of them. You're up, Gustav. Conrad is horribly exposed.
Yeah, I'm going for him.
Okay.
He's the key to ending this ASAP.
Strike to stun and
Yep. And leave the parry open.
Nice. So counter strength test. You've managed to hit. I'll roll for him. You've also failed. So we roll until one of us wins. Ooh. Okay. How much strength do you have? How many successes? This is important. Because
so you had 42.
42,
Yeah.
so 27, 47. So you have 2. He has only 1, so you won. So now I need to roll toughness test for him. No, you've managed. Okay, now I'm going to roll d10. You managed to deliver a hard uppercut because he was bent double. So you struck him under the chin. Conrad flew back, dropping the sword, and with this large thump, he fell against a wall right next to the door, just dropping like a sack of potatoes. He's out. For 4 rounds. Now the guy still fighting you is like he's shouting, "He killed the boss!" Because of course he doesn't know that you managed to strike to stun him. He thought that that you managed to that you've killed him, right? And with that he delivers another attack. Fails completely. You are like a whirlwind of destruction. Oh well, of parry and strike to stun maybe, but you know what I mean.
With my wooden bowl and my cudgel.
Yeah, and with that you're up. What are you going to do now?
How far away is the sword?
Right next to you.
I'm dropping the the bowl and getting the sword.
Okay, you're dropping the bow, you're grabbing the sword. This is a single action, and the other action. And remember, you have sword in your offhand, so if you want to attack with the sword, you have minus, I believe, 30 or 20%. I'll need to check.
I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, you have so that means that you have a smaller disadvantage, but they're I think only minus 10.
Yeah, I think it's minus 10. That's what I
Yeah.
wrote down because I have it also.
So tell me, in that case, what are you doing? You've picked up a sword, and the other action?
If I all out attack, I can't dodge.
And parry? No, unfortunately not.
I would just parry, personally, but I'm not conscious.
Can I strike to stun this guy and have the dodge open still?
You always dodge automatically if you have it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and strike to stun this guy.
Mm-hmm. Remember, you since you have, but currently, given that Conrad is laying down, Johannes is laying down, further guy is laying down, you will dodge on minus 20%. So you might want to strike to stun and declare parry.
Okay. I'll stick to parry then.
Although you don't really have to, because you have a normal weapon in your offhand, so you will parry automatically with full weapon skill. So I suggest either aim attack. It gives you plus 10%, and you can still stun him.
Okay, so aim for the head, I guess, right?
No. I mean, it's like aiming for a specific region is something else. You don't need to do this when you want to strike to stun, because if you hit, it goes to the head anyway. Aimed attack means that you simply try and find a weak spot in his defense, and because of that, you get plus 10%.
So I'm gonna try and knock him out then.
Okay, roll plus 10%. Weapon skill. No, Jesus Christ. Okay. He will try and dodge minus 20%. No. Goes right towards his eye, funnily enough. So we roll strength test, counter strength test. Well, I can also fail. Let's see. Yeah, we roll again. Okay.
God damn it.
No, again, until we win. One of us wins. Doesn't matter. No. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in that case. You can batch here. Wait a second. I don't think he passed actually. I need to. Oh no, I think he did. I think they have strength of 4. Yeah, he passed. So that was a great hit. You've hit him right under his left eye. His head snapped back. It actually hit the wall behind him, but he's probably, the adrenaline, the combat haze is just so strong in him that he doesn't even feel that. He looks at you. His left eye is squinting and says, "You killed the boss." And with that, he once again tries to take you down. Also, another guy steps over Conrad and goes into the cell, but for now he's not doing anything. I mean, this turn he's not doing anything. You're just piling up bodies. Nice. So I'm going to roll weapon skill. No, this man is not used to fighting against a trained opponent. He's used to, beating up poor hapless people, perhaps, racketeering victims or drunk academic students, people like that. You have no problems avoiding his strikes. Johannes, 2 turns left, right?
No, I'm coming to this turn.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So
this new turn.
Okay, so this new turn. Remember, this new turn you are regaining consciousness. Yeah, and you can act normally. Yeah, sorry, you can act normally, of course. So, Gustav.
The cudgel on the floor in the back of the room.
No, it's you are actually laying very close to Gustav. So, and very close to the guy he's fighting. The guy that he's fighting practically is standing over you right now.
Okay, cool.
Conrad is laying very close to the first guy that Gustav took out, the one with broken hip. But he's also relatively nearby. The other combatant who just entered is not yet engaged with any of you. Gustav. However, you see that another goon, this one heavily birded and with only a single eye, on the other one he has an eye patch, has just entered the fray. He has a club also in his hand, encased in metal. So Sean, what was that?
Conrad is also coming out of his unconsciousness this round.
Oh, okay, already. Nice.
It happens to be the same time, yeah, because
Okay.
It happened in round 10. Wait a minute.
I think he has.
Oh, wait.
No, I think he should be still out.
No.
Yeah.
I know he's still out.
Yeah, he's still out.
It was 4 damage, not 4
Yeah,
rounds there.
Yeah.
I saw the 4 and I thought that was back in round 10. No, it's he got knocked out 2 rounds ago, so
Yeah.
he's still got 2 more rounds.
Yeah. He's still out. So Gustav, what are you doing? You can see that. Also, however, you can see that Johannes is slowly regaining consciousness. You know, he opened his eyes. He probably will try and get up. What is your plan?
I'm going to yell, "There's a cudgel there on the floor," and I'm going to try and strike the guy I was just trying to strike to stun.
With plus 10%, I presume, for aimed attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll damage. Roll weapon skill, sorry.
Oh no.
And you don't have any luck left, right? Or do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so in that case, roll me D100. Sorry, what was that, Sean?
I was gonna say I thought I still had
Yeah,
one luck
you
left.
still have yours. I'll use it.
If
Yeah, you should use it.
Okay, in that case, reroll.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
But
Okay.
you guys don't have any luck left right now?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, so your blow would probably completely, shatter the weapon that you were holding. Fortunately, you managed to change the course just in time, and it goes towards his head. He will try and dodge, minus 20%. No. Roll strength in that case.
Nope.
Let's see.
Damn it.
No, again.
Okay.
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah, you've passed, so now I need to roll toughness for him. No, D10. Again, another combatant is completely out. You've managed to knock him back so hard that he flew to the wall. He struck his head on the wall. He fell to the ground. He is laying there. Good for you. Now, Johannes, you're getting up.
Huh?
You are laying on the ground. What are you doing?
I try to look for the dropped weapon
Mm-hmm.
and scuttle to grab it.
Okay, so you can, with a single action, you grab your weapon, and with the other action, I presume that you get up.
Yeah.
Okay. You grab the blackjack that was laying nearby. The one from the. Actually, no. Sorry. No, you don't, because as I've said before, the blackjack flew to the other side of the cell. You
Okay.
would need. You can grab, but it would take 2 actions. You could grab the brass knuckles from the
Okay.
guy
I'll grab the brass knuckles. That's fine.
that Gustav knocked out, but you are still laying on the ground. In that case,
Okay, so I just grab the brass
Yeah.
knuckles and I'm.
you've grabbed the man's hand and you've pulled down the brass knuckles. You put them on your hand just in time to see the bearded man with a single eye entering the fray and saying, "I have enough of this shit," and just trying to strike Gustav down. He's declaring parrying and striking. He's not going to try and strike to stun. He's just going for the kill. Fortunately for you, you managed to block the strike just in time. Now what? Gustav? Bran?
Hello.
Oh, sorry, I had it muted. So this is the only guy I'm currently in combat with.
Yes.
I'm gonna rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Oof.
Nice. He will try and parry this. He blocked the strike. You are you are fairly you are fairly sure of yourself. Unfortunately, this one looks like a more seasoned fighter. He stabbed the strike, going for his sternum. Now, Johannes, your turn. You're laying on the ground, brass knuckles on your hand. You can also see Conrad slowly getting up, because I think this is the turn in which he gets up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Can I stand up and try to pound him with the brass knuckles?
Conrad, no, he's too far. You can try and attack the guy fighting Gustav.
Okay, I will do that.
You get a bonus too.
Yeah, you're standing up, and while standing up, you're swinging the brass knuckles towards the goon. You're trying to strike to stun, or you're trying to kill.
Can I strike the stun? Because I don't think I have that.
Okay. It's talent. If you don't have strike to stun talent, no, then you just deal basic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that.
Okay. Roll weapon skill plus 10%. Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
He will try and dodge. No, sorry. Actually, yeah, he will try and dodge because this is the only thing that he can do. Wow, minus 25%. No.
We're surprisingly a pretty good fighting duo for like non-combatants.
This goes
for non-combatants. Yeah.
This goes to the head. Roll damage.
Okay. D10.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, buddy. Sigmar's Fury.
Oh, now.
Yes.
Reroll weapon
to
skill.
the head.
Yeah, reroll weapon skill. No.
No.
So 10 plus 3, right?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Minus 3 because 10 plus 3 13 minus 3 because brass knuckles, so it's 10.
Yeah.
Times 2 20. Actually, sorry, wait. I will get
Teeth
this.
go flying across the room.
Let's fight our way out of here. Shit.
Yeah. Fuck
Actually, no,
this.
sorry. 10 plus 3 3. So 10 minus. Wait, do you deduce the damage before or after? I'm slightly confused. I don't remember. I have a brain fart.
That's okay.
So 10 plus 3 minus 3, so it's 10. But now, do I deduce the toughness? I think I do.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and then it's just double whatever gets.
Yeah. It's 14. Okay. So
Yeah,
you still manage to crit him.
Sweet.
Minus 2.
Mhm.
As I said before, I will use critical hits for those guys. So now I need to roll D100. Oh, that's actually probably the best roll for him that he was that he could ask for, honestly.
His jaw is completely ripped off.
No, actually not. What happened is that your weapon glanced off the side of his head. It made a ringing noise. Made a ringing noise in his head, of course. And so his next attack or parry will have a penalty of 10%, of minus 10%. Yeah, Gustav, what you've seen is that Johannes stood up incredibly quick and delivered a mighty blow with the brass knuckles to the side of the bearded man's head. His head flew to the side. He looks like you've heard the bone cracking, both of you, and it was a horrible sound. The man not even yelled; he yelped. He's still standing, but you can see that he's like a drunk. He looks with his single eye at both of you, as if he's not sure where he is.
Go home, boy.
But he's slaying right now. Gotcha. And with that, he will. Let's see if he switches targets. 150 Gustav. Yeah, he still tries to Gustav you. And with that he delivers a single strike. No, but because of his current status, it's impossible for him to hit you. Gustav. Oh, and by the way, at the like right next to the door, Conrad gets up on his, on his shaking knees, and he's like, and he will take a full turn to roll, to use perception to see what is going on. So I'm going to roll perception for him. He also looks like he's not sure where he currently exists. You did deliver a mighty strike to his jaw, so Gustav, you're up now.
I think I should just try to strike this remaining guy like normal.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's not overcomplicated.
Actually,
if he's already...
sorry. Before we do this, can we take 5 minutes break, and we'll be right back?
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just popping in to say hi.
What?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So what do we do here from here?
Well, uh, we need to first things first. We need to get out of this situation. Um, but I mean, if it is possible for us to, I mean, yeah, I don't know because I feel like the guards aren't going to let us go. You know, they're
Yeah,
just, I mean, if we beat the fuck out of these guys, the guards aren't going to be like, well, yeah, then you just get to leave.
yeah.
I mean,
So that's
and yeah,
we have to role play this, and we'll probably have a very short amount of time to decide. But we could either leave and we're running forever, or we have to clear our names and stay. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, that's just it. Is Johannes's whole thing is like, I just came down here to prove to get in good with my prospective father-in-law. I'm not trying to be an international
Yeah.
jewel thief. So I mean, he would want to try to salvage as much as possible because in his mind, this is all bullshit.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
My main thing is I'm not going to be in prison and be held down and have anybody do anything to me. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I
So
mean, that's just. I mean, the fact that he thought we would lie down, or I mean, maybe he was hoping, but it's like, us lie down for you, fuck off. You know?
but like now, is there just going to be an endless supply of guards coming in here? Honestly, I don't know.
Well, these guys aren't guards. That's just it.
Yeah.
There was only like 6 of them, and we've already essentially incapacitated 3 of them. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to think that at some point these guys are just like, well, I mean,
Fuck this.
maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe they've got, because they're criminals and not, because the other guys were, supposedly law-abiding citizens. They were just, doing what the guy told them.
If we can get through the doorway, we could just close the door behind us. But then we're back to like, are we running or you know what I mean? Are we gonna face the music?
Well, see, that's it. I mean, I guess we'd have to play it by ear. What happens once, as I mean, I would have to think that there's got to be more than one guard here. I mean, maybe there's not. I mean, I think it's situational. If it's
Yeah.
If we see, I mean, my thoughts would be, if you see that you can get away, you try to get away. But I feel like Johannes is like, okay, now that I've been caught, I'm in the legal system. I'm gonna, as a citizen of the empire, I'm going to, use my rights to defend myself against this, fake fake news.
Another question: do you want me on the outside?
Oh,
Is
well,
there
I mean,
something
yeah.
I can do? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's just it. I mean, I think just from, because I already got sort of in trouble for running from the law as a Reichlander. So, and I think that is true but like I said, in my defense, we've already been, hey, you come with us, and we went, and then they tried to fucking torture us.
Yeah.
So,
Twice.
well, yeah, and now here's the second time. So yeah, so I mean, from that standpoint, but I mean, I Johannes doesn't have any problem with Gustav determining what's best for him and then doing that. He's a foreigner anyway.
I'll make a nightmare for the GM.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that.
No, I mean, you're not trying to split the party. I mean, that's just it. I mean, the only reason that I split the party last time was just because I thought it was in character. Like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go do this.
I think if Johannes can pitch a pretty sound legal plan in the short amount of time we have, Gustav might stay. You know what I mean? You got to instill some kind of faith in the legal system here for me because I don't have a lot right now.
Yeah,
I think they want somebody to hang, and that somebody is us.
Right. Well, I mean, I feel it's in character for Gustav to just be like, peace out. Because he's already been, I mean, if that's your backstory, you've already been in jail before. I'm never going back to jail ever again.
Well, it's more like he's always been that, and he's tried really hard to do the Shalayan thing, but he's not you know what I mean? Like in his heart, he's not really, you know.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, he believes all that, but he thinks that Shalai is kind of weak compared to Ronald, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like what god doesn't let their adherents defend themselves?
Yeah. You can defend yourself with things other than than bludgeoning people unconscious.
Yeah, that's the approach I take. Like,
yeah,
his thing is like he thinks it's the responsibility of Renault's followers to protect Shalians.
Ah, I see. Makes sense.
Because the Shalians are incapable of protecting themselves.
Got it.
In the story, Renaud was like a human, and he supposedly tricked Shalaya into like giving him her tears,
okay.
and he pretended to be in love with her supposedly, but Renaud didn't think he actually was. He, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so much for a short session.
Hey, it's been fun, man. I was not expecting all this.
Yeah, no, it has been fun, but I mean, I'm just saying, it's like we're gonna have a short session, except then we are in combat.
Yeah.
And that takes forever.
Our hands are kind of forced.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way I would let this guy just. I mean, well, first of all, I mean, I wouldn't let him cut your ear off. Definitely not gonna let him cut my fucking ear off because I didn't do. Well, I mean, I tried to burn him alive, but I didn't get that far. Note to self: next time, just kill people. Don't even bother threatening. Just kill immediately.
So should we like drag them out in the hallway and then close the gate behind them or something and just sit in our cells?
Well, I mean, the only. Well, I mean, that's just it. They're still in the room with us right now, so there's and I feel like, you know, as I think we just have to we just have to
What if like this might be really in character for both of us actually. So what if we pull them into the room, close the gate, and then go find the guards and say we were assaulted in your custody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be more like it. Although, I mean, my only concern about that is I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
I mean, sort of, but we're turning ourselves in. Like we have the opportunity to run, and
yeah. That would be something and be like, okay, yeah, these guys illegally.
And it will also show the guards like, don't fuck with us. If we ask for water, get us fucking water. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but anyway, I mean, we don't have to get tough guy with them. We'll just be like, yeah, these guys tried to assault us in our cell. But anyway, the battle's not over yet, so I don't want to make plans on anything. I mean, fuck, I just somehow magically got up after 10 rounds of being knocked out. So
magically, I don't know how I lasted that long.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. So.
Really, you left. They suck ass.
What now? Whose turn was it?
We were at the top of round 17.
Nice.
Woo.
So, Gustav.
I don't know how many guys are left. far as I've got it, we've got the critical guy on the floor. We've got guy I'm calling man number 2 has been knocked out.
And man number 3 as well.
Two.
No, sorry.
Well, number 3 is Beard Man.
Yeah,
I thought.
He's Beardman, yeah, and he's still up.
Yeah. So he's not knocked out though, but he's wishing he was knocked out.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I have no idea how many people are standing outside.
Quite a few, but you see that they are not entering right now. Conrad is up and he's just looking around. Gustav, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm still in combat with the bearded guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and knock him out.
Okay. Roll N as a second action.
Save for a parry.
Okay. Ooh, nice. He will try and dodge. No, actually, I think he declared parry. No, he didn't. Because he failed his parry. He'll try and dodge. No. Roll strength test. Counter strength test.
That's.
Oh Jesus.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to roll for him. No. Now I need to roll toughness test for him. No. And for D10. Note that he's out for 3 rounds.
Okay.
You once again took out another opponent, smashed him to the ground. You are standing just between bodies. You know, one of them is still squirming, the guy with broken hip. Conrad is looking at you, and he's yelling, "Help me, you idiots!" as he pulls out a dagger, and he will try and actually no, he's not pulling a dagger, he's picking up a club, and he will try and smash you, Gustav.
He picks up a club?
No, sorry, he picked up a club and he's rushing towards you, Gustav, but he's not attacking this turn yet. He's just making his way towards you. But that's after Johannes anyway. So Johannes, after Gustav, what are you doing?
Oh, since I don't know how close I am to Conrad, but I want to blast him with the knuckle dusters if I can.
You will need to approach him and strike him. So yes, you can do that. So he's currently unarmed. That means you get plus 20% to hit.
Okay. So I will try to hit.
Mm-hmm. No, even with that, he simply moved his way to moved his head to the side. You struck the wall with knuckle dusters. Now he's picking up the club. He's yelling, "Help me, you idiots!" And he's trying to strike you down, Johannes, by attacking you. He manages to land a blow. Do you dodge? And just so you know, currently dodging is at minus 25%.
Yeah, I guess I can't parry with knuckle dusters, can I?
Oh, you technically can, but you haven't declared it, and you don't have enough hand weapon.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, no.
Okay,
you know what? Let's make it that you can parry with knuckle dusters. That's dumb. Maybe.
Well, if I have minus, sorry, go ahead.
No. Maybe other knuckle dusters or daggers, perhaps, but not a club or a sword. That's doesn't really make sense.
No, if I have that many minuses, I would have a 1% chance to dodge. So I just take it.
Mm-hmm.
I get like a good son of the Empire.
Okay, let me quickly see one thing. You took out 3 guys currently, yes?
That sounds right.
I believe that to be the case.
1 is back, or 4 if you count the one that's back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conrad was the 4th one.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you're taking it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no choice.
Mhm. Oh,
Fucking hell.
Oh God.
fortunately no reroll, but you still take 13 damage
13 damage.
to the arm. Yeah. More specifically to your left arm.
Okay.
Is your
Well,
toughness 3?
yeah. So I would take. So I would take. So I have toughness 3. So I take because of course I have a 39 toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Almost there.
That sucks.
So yeah. So of course. So that would take 10 damage. And then I have 7 wounds, so that gives me -3.
So question is, do you want a critical hit, or do you want to take a fate point as to not get hit, or do you want to take a fate point and survive?
I want to take the critical hit because I think it makes my character cooler with all his scars.
Probably. So first of all, add a single insanity point to your character sheet. Now I need to roll the 100. Oh fuck. Yeah. So let me quickly see.
Bludgeons my arm off.
This was -3, right?
-3, yeah.
That was -3. Well, good thing that you have fate points, because normally, if Sigmar probably wouldn't watch over you, Conrad's weapon would demolish your shoulder, and driving on and shattering the rib cage. You would be hurled. I mean, you are still hurled sideways, and you crumple to the ground, but fortunately you do not die, even though Conrad, with a yell of triumph, thinks that you are dead, and he even yells, "Got you, fucking bastard!" So you still need to spend fate point. You are out of combat. You are on 0 HP currently. When the combat ends, you'll be on a single one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I spent a fate point. So that means I get another insanity point.
No. You get a single insanity point because you took critical hit. You just lost 1 fate point, and with that you also lost 1 luck point.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you've landed on the guy who had knuckle dusters. So you've landed on top of him. Gustav, you saw what happened. You've also heard this horrible sound as Conrad's club connected with Johannes' left arm. Remember, you probably can think that that Johannes is dead because the blow was mighty indeed. Conrad looks at you with this maniacal gleam in his eyes and maniacal grin on his face and says, "You're next." Emboldened by what happened, another goon enters the room, although there is not much room left to maneuver because of all the bodies here. It's very hard to move actually. Right now, all dodges are at -30%, and if another combatant fails, you won't be able to dodge at all. I mean, no one will be able to dodge at all. So it's your turn, Gustav. What are you doing?
I want to strike to stun
Conrad.
Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
Twice if I have to.
Yes, but you still...
But I have to announce that now, right?
No, you still need to approach him, because he's...
okay.
Yeah, you need to make like two steps forward, and then you need to strike him. So that's it. But you have a weapon in your offhand, so you'll be able to parry.
Okay.
So I presume that you're doing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You take a few steps, like 2 steps forwards, and then you raise the club and try to strike him down. Conrad, of course, sees what's happening. He will perhaps try and deflect this, dodge this. Roll.
Ooh.
Nice.
-30%.
I got another test to pass here.
Ooh, yeah!
Oh.
Okay, so what this means is that he completely failed to dodge. In fact, he slipped on the shite that was spilled before from the bucket. And he's like, whoa, shit! And because of that, your club hits him squarely in the head. What this means is that now you're running counter tests, but he'll get a minus 20% to his strength test because of the botch. You've managed to just deliver this mighty blow to his head. And if he botches this test, he automatically gets knocked out. So, roll strength test. Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay, minus 20%. No. So now I need to roll toughness test, basic. Once again, he's just for a single turn.
You fucking kidding me?
He falls to the ground, loses the grip on the cudgel, but you can quickly see that this time he's not knocked out as strongly as before. Almost immediately when he falls to the ground, you see that he's shaking his head and trying to get up. That said,
Can I coup de grace him?
no, it's the end of your turn.
Okay.
Like you did your actions, and besides you have bigger problems because another combatant entered the fray. This man is slightly wider than the ones before, although not as wide as to not being able to move in the tight confines of the cell. He has short cropped hair, a very unpleasant looking beard. He looks like like perhaps he suffers from some kind of ailment that makes his beard grow in patches. He huffs and puffs, and he you think they are all armed with an assortment of blackjacks and cudgels, and he has a blackjack in his hand, and he simply he's not even saying anything. He's trying to knock you out. So he makes the single attack aimed at knocking you out, and that's it. And he fails completely. Fortunately for you, Run Out is smiling at you, or maybe Shaoya, or possibly Run Out rather.
I run out right now.
Yeah, and because of that, you stabbed his blackjack strike with your own club, or maybe with the combination of your club and sword. Now it's your turn. What are you doing?
I want to kill Conrad. This is not going to stop.
Okay, you want to kill Conrad. In that case, you hit automatically. I need to double check if you hit automatically, because knocked out is not the same as helpless.
Situationally, it would make more sense just to hold the blade right up against them to get the guys to back up.
You're not sure if that would work, given that these are literally,
Bodies everywhere.
Bodies everywhere, and what I want to say is that these are fractions of a second, during each turn.
Yeah.
So the fact that you would put a blade to his throat, it wouldn't mean that the next guy would not try and strike him. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and be merciful though. I'll be like shh, and just.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
The sun is setting.
Go to sleep. Big happy thoughts.
Okay, you know what? Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. So I think he's helpless in that. Oh no! Wait. I actually see it's plus 20% when you are attacking a stunned opponent. Okay, so roll weapon skill. Plus 20%, but wait. I also need to check one thing, because he is laying on the ground. Plus 30% total. You have a biggest bonus to strike him down. I presume that you are using your club.
The sword.
So remember, you have an offhand weapon, so it minus.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So plus 30%.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna bash his head with the club then. Just
yeah.
hollow him out.
plus 30% from the club. Go for it. Nice.
That hits.
Plus 30, yeah.
Yeah.
That does it.
So he's not dodging or parrying or anything. 6-9, so it's 96. So actually the blow goes towards his legs. Roll damage.
Come on.
How much total?
Plus my strength, that's 6.
6 damage total. Okay, so let me quickly check one thing. Okay, you've brought the club on his back, and you know, the Conrad just yelled in pain, even though he's dazed and he's laying on the floor. You felt that you've dealt a very hard damage to him. He's just but he's still alive. And perhaps the pain that he's in, you know, it makes him wishing to fight all the harder. So he gets up, and he can't disengage because it's so cramped here. But he will move away from you, giving you a free attack, but moving out of your range. So roll free attack, basic weapon skill without any modifiers.
Motherfucker.
We are out of luck too, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll d10. Actually, sorry, roll twice d10, because this is 100, this is the worst possible. Okay. So, what happens is that your weapon twists in your hand. You don't quite drop it, but you lose any chances to attack or parry with it in this round. So the blow that was supposed to kill Conrad, unfortunately, was so clumsy that it missed him completely, and it made you open to the other attackers, to the other opponent's attack. You can still dodge, but remember, you dodge on minus 30%. The wide man sees this opportunity and says, "Now you're done," and so he makes an aimed attack at you. With the club, and goes towards your chest. You can dodge if you want. It's not mandatory. Okay.
It's on a minus 30. Minus 30.
Yeah, minus 30. Yeah. So nothing, because it's like
a toughness 4.
It's 5 total. Oh, so I think one goes through.
Okay.
Yeah, so fortunately the strike was rather weak. He didn't have time to make a good swing. Still, your ribs hurt slightly as you feel him, you know, hitting you in them. But fortunately, you're still up. Conrad moved to the corner of the cell right next to the door, on like the opposite corner of the one in which the guy with shattered pelvis lies. And he just yells, "Can you kill this fucker already?" And Sean, tell me, when will the other guys get up? Because I know they are...
Yeah. I have to go back and look.
Yeah.
Let me save the document as it is. Okay, so... Okay, so number 2... Actually, he might have already been up. Oh, let me say that. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, okay, no. So number 2 is going to be up in the in 2 more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And Beard Man is out for 1 more round.
Okay. So, Gustav, you are still standing in the in the middle of this pandemonium, but you can see that the guys that you've knocked out are squirming on the floor. You know you're not done here. That said, it's your turn right now. In front of you, there's the wide man. Behind him, you think you can see maybe 2 or 3 guys standing in the doorway, but they are not coming inside. In fact, It's not like they are retreating, but they probably took a few steps back, given that this definitely isn't going their way. They are not sure if they want to join the party. Conrad is in the corner to your right, outside of your reach. Johannes is probably dead. What are you doing?
I guess strike to stun.
The white man, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You try. No? Okay, roll weapon skill.
Saving a. Do I still have my sword?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that was last turn. I couldn't do anything with it. Yeah.
You have, sure.
I'm gonna say parry.
You have your sword. Nice. I believe I thought I said that he will parry last time.
I think so.
Yeah, because he saw what's. No, he didn't. He took an aimed attack and he doesn't have an offhand weapon, so he can only dodge on -30. And I will try and dodge with him, sure. And that's a botch.
Nice.
So we'll do this the same as before. This is a counter strength test. He has -20% for the strength. So roll strength. Nice. Wait, because I can fail. This is this is the ultimate success. So unfortunately, you managed to hit him in the head, but he simply shrugged it off. Conrad is running through the door, or rather trying to squeeze through the door. He can't run this turn yet because like some of the guys are still close enough so that he can't move very quickly and freely through it. So he still
Run away, little piggy!
so he still has a single turn before he'll be able to get out. But he is running through the door while shouting, "Kill him! Kill that fucker!" And the guy standing in front of you, he tries to bash your skull in. He will declare parry and strike because he saw what happened to his comrades. He's not that stupid. So first attack, only attack, goes towards your sternum. Do you want to parry with your sword?
Yeah, parry.
Okay, so basic weapon skill in that case. Unfortunately.
Nope. Wish Gaston was here to see this. He always thinks I'm a bitch in combat.
So in that case, it's 10 total.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 get through. That leaves me with 4 wounds.
Mm-hmm. And this time you felt that he struck you like light below the sternum. The hit was very hard. You coughed loudly and painfully as the air got blasted from your from your lungs. This one at least doesn't like gloat or like say anything really. He has this grim look on his face. You know that he's here to just end you by any means necessary. And really, this is a duel between you and him right now. You can of course try and push past him and strike Conrad in the back. I will give you bonuses if you do so, but you will get a free hit from the goon. I will give you plus 30% if you want to strike Conrad in the back.
I will do it. I will take the...
Okay.
I have flee though. Will that help?
No, not in this.
Yeah.
Flee only works when you are fleeing. You're not fleeing. You're moving past, and besides, it's too cramped. Okay, so you are. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if some 3, 4. Sorry, I'm just trying to count this.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody gets up, 1, 2.
I think
3,
one of them
4,
should get up now,
5.
right?
Okay. Yeah. So the one for 6 rounds is not. Wait. Okay, hold on. This is annoying because it's the. Here, let me just do this. Okay, now I can see everything.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. So we are entering round 21. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so man number 2 is up after this round.
Mm-hmm.
And Beard Man is getting up this round.
Okay. So as you try to move past the white man, Gustav, you see that some of the goons are getting up, shaking their heads, groaning and moaning with pain, but still, you know that in just a few seconds, maybe less, you will be surrounded. This is your chance. You try and move past the white man. You also try and do your best to avoid his free strike, but on basic weapon skill, for run out favors you, my friend.
Wow.
I am going to roll d10. Let's see. Ooh, that's a very bad roll for him.
Good for me.
Yes and no, because the weapon flies from his hand, just like with the one guy before, and now I will need to roll d8. No. Ooh, 6. Actually, it won't hit anyone. Yeah, he. You probably it was something like this. He tried to strike you. As you were moving past him, you, not even looking at him, put out your club like to the right and deflected his blow with such force that it flew from his hand and flew into the back of the cell, hitting the stone wall and just falling to the ground. He's disarmed, and you jump towards Conrad. He's trying desperately to escape the cell. You just raise your club and you bring it down on his back. So you have plus 30%, the biggest possible bonus.
Okay. This is strike to stun.
You want to strike to stun, or you just want to strike him?
I thought you were killing him.
Yeah.
Kill him.
So just
Yeah,
weapon,
Motherfucker.
just roll weapon skill.
Done.
Kill.
Nice.
Yes.
I won't dodge with him because he's not really able to do so. He's between you, the door, and at least you can see in front of him there are probably at least 3 or maybe 4 other guys. So roll me damage. 3 plus
Plus 4.
plus 4, so it's 7 total. It goes towards his legs. He doesn't have any armor, so he's on -4. Okay. Now I would like first of all I would like to get cutting damage open. Thank you. Legs. Roll me D100, Gustav. 51, that's actually pretty high. He was -4, right? I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's actually high. Your weapon cut into his knee, almost driving clean through his leg, severing large ligaments connecting the bones of the upper and lower leg. Conrad falls to the ground, howling in such pain that you've never heard anything like that. He can't support himself on that leg. You also know, with this sickeningly satisfying thought, that he will probably be unable to move in the future without a crutch, assuming that he will be able to, survive this wound. Yeah, and that's it. You've almost severed his leg at the knee. You've crippled him for life. The blood, of course. Sorry, actually, yeah. I know that you were attacking with the club, but for dramatic sake, let's say that you stabbed him with your sword. What do you say?
Not great.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. Yeah, he fell to the ground. The other guys in front of him almost instinctively, jumped away. Conrad screams echo through the corridor, just bouncing off the walls. They mix. Now you can hear them much clearer with the roars and shouts of other inmates from nearby cells. It's like this cacophony of the damned, and you're the conductor of this horrible orchestra. Very cool. However, you have your back to the guy behind you, and you will be able to parry and dodge normally. I mean, dodge with minus like 30. Actually, no, you won't be able to dodge at all. As I said, with another body laying on the ground, it's impossible to dodge. But wait, Sean, how many guys get up? No?
Just the one.
So you'll be able to dodge on minus 30, but you still have a weapon in your offhand. And so the guy behind you will pull out brass knuckles and then simply approach you. Actually, no, he won't even pull out brass knuckles.
Can I say something to
him? Depends. What do you want to say?
We can keep fighting, or I can save his life.
No. It's at the moment when you stabbed him through the leg, you started to think of saying that, but you are unable to. The guy behind you will simply approach you and strike you with his bare fist. That's what I mean.
He doesn't have brass knuckles.
He didn't have a chance to put them on yet, so
Okay.
he simply tries to strike you with his hand. It goes towards the head.
Hey.
You already parried. His with. Oh no, sorry, no, you didn't, because I rolled I rolled the batch.
Hey.
So you can parry with the sword.
That's. I have a weapon skill 47, so there's.
Yeah.
Is there a modifier?
Yes, you've managed to parry. You've turned around and blocked the strike with your sword, not with the blade, with the edged blade, but with the flat. So the man struck the sword very hard with with his fist. He hissed in pain, because obviously it was very painful. Yeah, and as for Conrad, he tries to crawl out of the cell. I mean, he probably does that. Like he has movement of 1 right now, just for game purposes. Yeah, and so it's your turn again, Gustav.
Okay. Round
I'm gonna
42.
kill Conrad then.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. Excuse me, Sean. Because one guy got up, right? So, Gustav.
Yeah. So number two, the guy who I was calling number 2 stood up, and now Beardman will be in the process of standing up this round.
Yeah. So, Gustav, when you block the strike, you can see that one of the goons that you've knocked out earlier got up and put on brass knuckles. So you are between 2 guys and 4 guys standing practically in the entrance, right next to the entrance of the cell. Now it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to put the sword or the club right in the back of Conrad's head.
Okay, so you're striking Conrad. Conrad is considered prone, so you have a bonus. The second action will be parry, perhaps?
Yeah, I need
Okay.
to save something for defense.
So you have a plus 10% to your weapon skill. You are attacking with a club. Roll. Oh, it goes towards his balls. Funnily enough, I can still dodge with him, but his dodges are very hard. Yeah, he wants to live, so I will try and dodge.
He's gonna swing his balls to one side.
No. Okay, roll.
Flexing his balls out of the way.
Remember, balls work like the head; they do double damage. So roll d10. 3 plus your strength.
7.
7 is 10, minus his toughness bonus is 7 times 2 is 14. Yeah, I'm going to roll for shits and giggles. Oh, actually, I will need to count this the correct way. Sorry. So wait, you rolled 3 plus your strength is 4, so it's 7. Oh, okay. So yeah, I can. Sorry, I can count. 7 minus 2 minus 3 is 4 times 2 is 8. So he's on minus 8, and I rolled 12. Okay. But this is going to hurt like hell.
We gotta put his little balls in a jar and keep them.
Wear them around your neck.
7. Technically, it goes to the body right now.
Okay.
But still, number 7. What happened is that he managed to lean to the side just in time, or rather lean in such a strange way just in time to avoid getting his genitals crushed, but because of that your blow broke several of his ribs. You see that he is stunned completely until the end of his next round, so this and the next, and he gets a minus 20% to all actions, yeah, and until his wounds have been healed up to lightly wounded. You've heard, as you brought down the club, that you've probably broken at least a couple of his ribs. You are essentially just pummeling this man to death right now. Unfortunately for you, you see that the guys in front, they have their weapons out, and they definitely don't look like they want to escape. And you also hear behind you movement. So how this works right now is that one guy in front of you will strike you, and 2 guys behind you, the white man and the guy number 2, will strike you. And Sean, who gets up? The Birdman?
Yeah, Beardman gets up this turn.
Beardman, okay. The Beardman won't do anything right now. He will hang back, but yeah, Gustav, this is it. Let's start with the guy in front of you. He's a thin weasel-like man. He's armed with a club that's actually pretty spiky. So he will try and but you just moved back, and the club hit the frame of the door, of the cell, of the cell door, not doing anything to you. You've turned just in time to see the white man and one of the goons from the beginning of the battle, just trying to smash you. The white man actually does only a single attack because he put brass knuckles on his hand. And you've blocked the strike with your sword. The other man approaches you and strikes you without brass knuckles. He just swings his hand, trying to making this haymaker-like strike aimed at you. Unarmed combat, of course. Again, this time you simply took it on your shoulder, confident that you'll be able to take this blow without any repercussions, and yeah, you managed to do that. It's your turn. What do you want to do? Conrad is yelping in agony and pain and coughing blood, trying to crawl away from you. He has movement 1, so he is still in your range.
Can I swift attack him twice? Like he needs to die right now.
Do you
like,
have to?
turn?
Do you have 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do multiple attacks, of course. You have plus 10% for the first one, basic for the second one, basic weapon skill for the second one.
Okay.
For some reason, the first blow was simply stopped by the door frame. You overextended. The second strike.
Oh man!
Nice. That goes for the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes for the head. So
I'm wiggling so much.
minus 30%. He will try and dodge. Minus 30%. No, he wait.
Oh.
Wait. No.
No.
He failed.
He sucks.
No.
That'd be close, but yeah.
No. Remember, he had a 4 or some shit last
Oh
time.
No, no, no.
Minus 30.
Yeah, minus 30. Yeah, sorry. Actually, with his lightning reflexes, he failed by 1. I'm not kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, sorry, he can't do anything. He's stunned. Doesn't matter. So the first strike would not hit anyway with 81, even with bonuses from the stunned condition. Roll damage.
10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Raw weapon skill.
I am Godzilla. You are Japan.
No, you failed.
Oh.
Badge doesn't matter. You can't badge a reroll.
Okay.
So 14 total, right?
Yeah, 14.
14 total to the head because it was 0-1, reversed of course. 14 total minus 2, so 12. Okay, so with a series of hard, furious strikes, you've turned this man's head into paste. You simply cracked his skull open like an overripe melon.
Overripe melon.
Yeah,
yes.
overripe melon. The ones that sailors from faraway lands sometimes you've seen them sometimes unloading in the docks of Marienburg from places that you can't really name, and his brain matter, the fragments of his skull, they just fly everywhere. He didn't even have the time to whimper or shudder. He is just dead. Do you say anything?
I'm probably just breathing heavily, like
All right. So
blood splattered all over
Organ
my
brain
face.
matter.
yeah. So with that, we can exit initiative, because what happened is that the goons, the bandits, the ne'er-do-wells that were fighting you, they saw what happened. They were like, death.
I want to follow you now.
Each of them, the ones behind you, the ones in front of you, took a few steps back, and they were like, he wasn't paying us enough for this shit anyway. We have no quarry with you, says one of them. You think one of the ones in front, a burly looking, actually very well built man, with surprisingly handsome face for someone like that. Let's call him the handsome man. We just want to live. The guards will be here shortly. And you can see that, Gustav. You can see that the guys behind you also moved further under the window of the cell. They even dragged those of their number who were still unconscious, including the one from Johannes' body. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask them what they saw here.
Nothing, says the handsome man.
Run along.
And with that, they move past you, those with you still in the cell, maybe not caring but supporting their comrades. The ones that you've knocked out before, they started to regain their consciousness, but they are still woozy. And they all of them run away. They only left. Actually, no. 2 of them even took their Conrad with the shattered pelvis with them. One under one arm, the other under the second arm, and they run away with him, leaving only you, Johannes, laying in a heap under the wall, and the remains.
I'm gonna check in. Yeah.
And the remains of Conrad, who looks like he's been simply eradicated. As you approach Johannes, you probably put away the weapons. You check if he's breathing. You can see that he is very pale. To your surprise, he is. Barely, but he is. And then you hear something from the window. Gustav, you hear a meow. Meow. You look up.
I'd look up. Yeah.
there's a moon high up in the night sky, but fortunately it's Mansleep. It's not the accursed green moon known as Morsleep or Mor's beloved. It's the in the silver light of Mansleep. Even though you're not seeing, of course, the moon, you can see that there is a cat sitting in front of the iron bars of the window. The cat looks at you. It's completely black, except for the eyes. The eyes are have the most unusual color that you've ever seen. They at the same time reflect the silver light of the moon, but they are also amber, golden, blue, all colors of the rainbow and more. But the strangest thing about the eyes is that they are incredibly intelligent, even for a feline. The cat looks at you,
I'm gonna drop to my knees.
and it's almost like the animal smiles, although it's impossible, and then puts his little furry paw to the iron bars of the window. You as you kneel, you still see that every single bar turns to dust soundlessly. The fine dust gets blown away by the chill autumn wind, and the cat, with a knowing smile, nods his head to the right, and then, like it has all the time in the world, just disappears from view. Behind you, you can hear from upstairs the sound of people rushing down. Guards with their heavy iron-shod boots, shouting, screaming. You think you even hear the sounds of combat, of weapons clashing. Perhaps the criminals that Conrad hired, they've engaged the guards outside the barracks. Before you, Johannes opens his eyes. Johannes, for a second you think you see Hanna above you, looking at you, all worried. But then the face turns, and unfortunately it's not Hanna Edberg. It's Gustav, your comrade.
First, get in here.
Gustav van Heck. What are you
You
doing?
did it, buddy. You killed Conrad. I'm proud of you.
I need a beer.
You don't even need to roll for that, Johannes. You know that he's lying.
I want to check his wound. He's got a bad break, from what I understand, right?
Remember, you know, Gustav, that in probably a very short time there will be guards here. You're almost certain of that.
Okay, I'm gonna scoop him up and say the gods have shown us the way.
You scoop him up, Johannes. He's saying something about gods showing you the way. You don't have no idea. Your head, rather your shoulder, incredibly hurts, but your head hurts as well, because when you flew from that strike, you hit the stone wall with your head, so it's ringing. You still see everything times 3, but you can see, even through the pain and the disorientation, that in fact there are no iron bars in the window leading to the cell. And so, I will be finishing right now. We can just say that, helping each other, or rather Gustav mostly helping Johannes, you managed to climb out of the cell. Gustav, you took Johannes out, slightly, huffing from the exertion, and as you prompt him up and prepare to move, when you look to your right, to the direction in which the cat glanced, you can see the cat's black fat tail disappearing behind the corner, and I guess you probably decide to take his advice and also disappear into the darkness of the night, into the maze of the streets of Bögenhafen.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So that's it. Wow, it's very cool that I was able to read all about running trials from the Sigmar Sayers book, from Warhammer Companion book. I was making sure I was reading it to make sure that I'll be able to do this before the game. Cool.
Hey, but on the bright side, a very short amount of time passed, and while you have the other characters off doing those things, you don't run into the whole like too much time passed here, and
Yeah, that's true. And that's actually a very good thing, because I'll be able to maybe adjust what happened to for Gaston and Lambert more easily. Okay, so anyway, since this was like a session only for you two, we probably should simply I will simply give you 80 points to both of you, because you survived. Honestly, I was sure that you would be dead, or at the actually Conrad, just so you know, he didn't want to kill you. He wanted to maim you, especially you, Gustav. He wanted to remove one of your hands, not your ear, but one of your hands.
that's what I figured.
Yeah, and Johannes, he would probably shave you down or something like that, but he didn't want to kill you. He wanted to humiliate you and to make you suffer. Eventually, of course, he wanted to kill you when you start to fight back, but yeah. So very good, 80 points for both of you. Remember, Johannes, you're on a single HP right now. How many incentive points do you have?
Well, I had one from before. I forget.
Oh, okay. So you probably from the Necromancer.
Now I have 2.
I think. Yeah, now you have 2. So 4 more before you have to roll for your first.
Yeah, but I mean, the worst part is I only have 2 fate points
left. Oh, that's still 2 fate points and 2 luck points. So that's not all that bad. Okay, so we'll be ending for today. Next game, it will be on the 25th probably, or is 25th?
I am going to be in the middle of gaming at a con on the 25th.
Okay. So we will need to check out. And what about 18?
Yeah, I should be able to do the 18th.
Brian?
I can do the 18th.
Okay, so I will ask Michael and Andy if they can do 18, because I think Michael said that 18th is fine. So we would be able to RP
next week, right?
Yeah. 18th.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, so for now, cool. So for now, let's do 18th. It will, of course, depends if the guys can make it. If not, then we'll probably wait for June. Yeah, but for now, this is it. Very cool game. Thank you.
That was a fun game.
It was very fun. I mean, I wish I hadn't been maimed myself, but hey.
Hey, but
I'll take it.
But I think that Johannes also did very well, honestly, for himself.
Yeah.
Remember, you for the first 1/3 of the battle, you two fought with improvised weapons. So
shit bucket in a bowl.
Yeah.
And I blasted that dude with the brass knuckles. That was very satisfying.
Yeah, brass knuckles, and that was a great game, really. So rip Conrad. I mean,
that strike to stun is it makes the Batman type character seem possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just take into account one thing: you were fighting against unarmored and relatively weak opponents. For every for every armor point that they have on their heads, they have plus 10% bonus to resist strike to stun. So so that's so if you're trying to strike to stun, for example, a fully armored knight, then good luck with that. It will be very
that'd
hard.
be more of a one-on-one thing than fighting a bunch at once.
Yeah. But
Oh, I guess technically I get 30 points extra XP for the notes.
yes, yes. If you finish the notes, then you get plus 30 points, of course. Like I said, those guys, of course, they came to your cell because they thought that you would not resist in any way, right? That they would just come inside, take you out, and let Conrad maim you. They didn't expect.
I don't think Conrad communicated to these new guys what happened in the
No,
No, he totally didn't.
he probably.
He's like, yeah, they kicked my ass the last time, so.
Well, I mean, but right now there are only 2 of them, and they are in a cell. They don't have any weapons. What can go wrong?
Well,
What could go wrong, right?
the fact that we're complete psychos.
Yeah, I mean that was insane. That was a very, very cool session, guys. Thank you very much. And for now, we are playing on the 18th. I'll hear from you guys later. Bye bye.
Cool.
Bye.
I'll see you.
Here, guys.